let me just walk. So, in any case where you have an action that's wrong, you ask, why is A wrong? The answer will be, so the answer will either be.
You're dancing around. You're dancing around.
You're just
my
not
question.
getting.
Why is it morally wrong to take away a baby's right to life?
The answer is that it's a primitive normative fact that doesn't reduce.
It's a primitive normative fact. What is?
That it's wrong to violate people's rights.
Okay, but why is it that? What is the moral negative? What are you doing bad to the baby?
So we all agree that there are certain, to the extent that we think there are any moral truths, we'll all agree that there are certain moral truths that don't reduce to simpler moral truths. So if you say, A is wrong because it does B, and you ask, why is it wrong to do B? Well, because it does C.
I mean, Nathan, I think you're just blocking the camera anyway.
Yeah, stop blocking the camera, buddy.
Nathan's not blocking the camera.
No?
Oh, I mean, before he wasn't blocking it, now he is.
Yeah. I mean, we have more cameras out there.
Yeah, we have like
a 360 camera there. This is honestly just a clip in itself.
I'm not trying to be center of attention.
To shut us down. You guys have the argument.
The judge wants to shut us down because you don't have any
I have a real
arguments for
thing.
pedophiles. We didn't go fucking drunk.
No, I'm not going to. It's in the fucking files. I'm not legitimizing.
I don't right now.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Wait.
The signs are $40 each. I'm trying to sell them after.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Which okay, really? Because the one mention, the first time I know the Epstein files was an advertisement for his political campaign that Sean Jeffrey Epstein's mailbox. Just because somebody's name is in the Epstein files,
Trump
doesn't
appears
make him guilty.
30,000 times.
Okay, he's very
Is
famous.
there 30,000 advertisements? He was also pictured with fucking Epstein.
Okay.
Okay,
They're
so
both
he's in the files.
They're both high profile.
He's in the
people New York
files.
City. You don't
He's
understand
pictured with Epstein.
You don't understand
He went to the fucking island.
You don't understand high profile life. You don't understand it.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
You're sitting on a fucking college campus trying to debate kids, bro.
Yeah, man.
You're fucking pathetic.
I have to listen about it. So here's the thing. When I go to a political event, when I go to any fancy party with rich people, you take pictures, you talk to people, you intermingle with people that are on the
Maybe you're the
opposite
one on
political
the
side.
island.
You're attacking the
You go to fancy
children.
parties with rich people. Maybe you were on the island.
Half of these college kids are like 40.
Yeah, honestly.
21. How does that make any more sense than what I just said?
You just say, you're on the island. 21 years old. If I was on the island, I'd be like, yes.
Can we get back to we all do agree with the following, that if you think that there are things that are right and wrong, either you'll have to think that there's just things that are just wrong, or that for anything that's wrong, either the thing is just wrong in itself, or it's explained by some other class of action that's wrong. So maybe you say why is it, if you ask why is it wrong to kill? Well, it's wrong to violate rights. Why is it wrong to violate rights? Okay,
Yes.
at some point you'll get back.
Especially the right to life.
At some point you'll get back to certain primitive, to certain
You're
facts
still
that aren't
dancing around it.
explained
Why
by-
is it wrong to take away a baby's right to life?
I answered that question a bunch of times. You just didn't
Well, what was
understand the
it?
answer.
Tell me. You said they violated.
The answer is that it's a primitive normative fact that's not explained by other things that is wrong to violate people's rights.
What do you mean it's a primitive normative fact?
What I mean is that it's a moral fact,
That was
and
strange.
and it isn't explained by simpler moral facts.
And so it's a fact that it's wrong, and that's why it's wrong.
So we all will have to agree that there are certain things that are wrong, and that there's no other similar thing that explains why they're wrong that makes them wrong. So all explanation for anything bottoms out somewhere. Yes, what explains A, it's explained by B. What explains B,
Okay, but
it's
under
explained by
your
C.
moral code, why is it wrong to kill the baby? Not under society's.
I don't understand.
You're not
their
answering it.
malfunctioning.
Like maybe because they feel pain.
But then the
Maybe
question,
because you're taking away sentient life and you're ending their life.
I feel like
Do you
I'm
not understand morality? Like you keep on talking about guys, like it's a fact that it's wrong.
okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I agree. Everybody agrees that it's wrong.
Let's walk this through more slowly. So, you agree that for any class of explanations, either it'll have to go on forever, it'll have to be in a circle, or there will have to be some first thing that explains other stuff.
There will be some first thing that explains the morality. A great cornerstone.
Okay, great. So we agree that there will be certain moral facts, and if you ask what explains that, the answer will be there's nothing that explains.
Yeah, there's eventually a cornerstone that explains all morality and reasoning with
Right. So we all agree that there are certain unexplained moral facts. So what's wrong with one of the unexplained moral facts being it's wrong to violate people's rights?
I'm asking why is that wrong?
Well, if it's unexplained, then there's no thing that
I'm trying to
explains
ask
it.
you why it is wrong. Can you explain that?
if it's unexplained, then if
Don't you
ask
think I had a
why,
good answer of you're taking away, first of all, the baby feels a tremendous amount of pain if you're killing the baby, then you take away its entire life for like the newborn baby? That's what's wrong about killing a newborn baby?
If you're asking what explains a fact that is unexplained,
No, I'm asking your moral opinion. Why is it wrong to kill a baby?
why is
I'm talking
asking
about a newborn baby.
why is asking for right? So I said it's wrong to kill a newborn baby because it's wrong to violate the rights of people. Now, if you ask why is it wrong to violate the rights of people,
Because
then
life is a right, so you're being very circular with it. You're saying the reason why it's wrong to violate the human right to life is because it's wrong to violate human rights. That's essentially what you are logically denoting.
So
Yeah.
you agreed 2 months ago that there are going to be some, and this is a matter of very elementary logic, that there are going to be some moral facts that are true, and then if you ask why they're true, they're just true. There's nothing further.
No, it's true because God said that they're true. That's not
That's funny, dude.
But then the question is,
Wait, let me ask, is it wrong to rape a child?
Yeah,
Why?
because there's
okay, you can't
No,
just
wait,
allow,
why is it wrong to rape a
you can't
child?
allow it to get derailed by every like heckler.
You've been interrupted. Why is it wrong to rape a child? Why?
You just ask why it's wrong
there are
to rape a
basic
child. Now I see why you support
of
Donald Trump,
morality
ugly
that he
ass.
explained. Do you not understand?
No,
that?
tell me why. No, I'm saying that it is wrong to rape a child. I'm asking him why it is.
That's a really
Because you
fucking
don't
question.
violate the right. It's wrong to violate the rights of others.
Why is it wrong to rape a child?
Because it's wrong to violate the rights of others.
Okay. Why is it wrong to take away a child's
Do I have
right
to-
of sexual
okay, so-
innocence?
Okay, so do you not understand that there are basic things that, like, do you know what an axiom is?
Yeah, basic things
Do you know
like
what an
God
axiom? No, do you know what
put
an
in
axiom
order.
is? Do you know what an axiom
No,
is?
tell me, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ! How are you debating? You're fucking stupid.
Please tell me.
An axiom is a fundamental, foundational rule of logic that is not proven
Awesome.
by something. It's immutable.
I understand the concept. I didn't know the word.
Depends on the concept.
That's great.
Yep. That's right.
So if
No, wait, no. I want it. Why is it wrong to rape a child?
Because of that axiom that it is wrong to violate the rights of another.
But why is
person.
that wrong to violate the rights of another
Do you
person?
not understand what a fucking axiom is, moron?
Where did the axiom come from? Who decided that?
It existed. You fucking
Who decided
failure.
that existed when?
It always existed.
Yeah, and so has God, because God
No,
has
God
an
doesn't exist.
eternal
God
morality.
doesn't exist, dumb shit.
Then, well, how did the axiom exist forever?
Because things can exist. How the universe? Oh wait, no, you'll say God and some fucking stupid shit.
Yeah, look, I mean,
No. How did that morality of molesting a
Axioms
child
always exist.
being
That's
wrong
the definition
exist
of an
forever?
axiom. An axiom exists forever. That's it. There is no explanation.
But I'm saying, who decided that is wrong? Who made up that axiom?
Nobody. It existed.
Nobody made it up?
It existed.
It existed forever.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming you believe humans were here. Or I'm assuming that you believe that there's a universe here when there was no humans, right?
No, I'm not stupid.
He's filming me. Oh no.
I'm
Get this
saying you
too.
think there's a point in time in which there's a universe
good.
here and an
I can
Earth
tell.
here, and all these
And I
solar
can tell
systems
you're
that don't
violent.
exist.
Yes,
No,
very
violent.
So
I
violent.
can
Okay,
see
so
you're
the axiom
shaking in
exists
your hands.
Yes.
That it's wrong
I'm
to
shaking in my
You're
hands.
doing this a lot.
I'm doing this a
Yeah,
lot.
you're looking for a fight, aren't you?
Oh my god, I'm
And I guarantee
raring for one, bro. I've got that fire right under my ass. I'm so ready.
Good.
Good,
I
good.
guarantee you'll be doing time for that shit.
How can
Really?
Yes.
Really? Did you? Is that where you lost your teeth?
Do you not understand the definition
You
of an
leftist, man. You guys are
You rightist, man.
violent.
You support a pedophile. Oh, you support a pedophile. Oh no. See, both of us can do this shit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. We can just make up shit. Because I know you don't actually support a pedophile. You don't. You're better than that. But now you're kind of just stuck. You're kind of just stuck.
What you're doing right here, right now, getting violent.
You're stuck. You're stuck supporting a man who you think cares about you, but he doesn't. He doesn't fucking care about you. He's gonna care. He's gonna send your. Do you have any sons? Any kids?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, he would have if you were younger. You know, less ugly. He would have sent you to die for Israel. You understand
That man
that?
has done a hell of a lot more for our country than any other president.
Who? What did he do? Hmm?
Okay, he's getting rid of illegals.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what it. That's a.
You're an illegal.
That's a big. Me?
Yeah, your family
What
came here
evidence of
illegally.
that? Oh, you're one of the land back people, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Indigenous sovereignty for the win.
Okay, okay.
Oh, what's up?
there can be facts.
No, I don't want to be filmed. Fuck off.
Bro. You're on public property. Oh, I know. I mean, I don't like these fucking libs. They're annoying. But you're also, you sound like a,
Moron.
What do you mean? We're not allowed.
I don't know what you sound like, bro. nothing good.
Oh, you're fucking dumb. I do not consent to be filmed. Have you ever seen on documentaries
Donald Trump rapes
where
kids.
they black out faces?
I said Donald Trump rapes kids, and you support it. Donald Trump. Donald John Trump on Epstein's Island.
You film me without my
In the files, bro.
Wait, do you have the audio?
The Epstein files.
Okay, so
The files that are released in relation to the human trafficking ring that Epstein ran.
When Biden was out, right?
Yeah, fuck Biden.
Okay.
Joe
so
Biden's a war criminal.
Why didn't they do anything then? If they had anything on Trump, why didn't they?
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because billionaires run this fucking country. Billionaires are on the Epstein files. Oh wow. You know your history.
Yes.
Billionaires run this fucking country. That's why they're not taking any of these fucking billionaires down.
Okay.
That is the Democrats. That is the Republicans. That is the entire establishment.
Okay.
No dumb shit. Have you ever seen?
I don't fucking like Nancy Pelosi either. So why are you talking about Nancy
Why don't you take your
Pelosi?
fight to them?
Yes, they are.
Because they're not on my campus, are they? You're just standing here.
What bullshit is that?
You're standing here on my campus. You're right here. You're the one supporting a
Yeah, but
pedophile.
we're
You're the
having-
one turning working class
having-
people against each other.
No, we're not.
That's exactly what
We're
you're fucking
having a
doing.
discussion.
You have more in common with an illegal immigrant than you do with Donald Trump or any of his ghouls, okay?
No,
Do you understand that?
no,
Do you understand that?
No, that's
You have
not-
more in common with a
no,
trans
that's
person
not.
than you
That's
do with
not.
Donald Trump
I
and his
don't.
ghouls
I
because they don't
don't.
fucking care about
I
you.
don't.
They don't care about you or
I
any one of your
don't.
fucking supporters.
I don't. Exactly.
The illegals support the fucking economy,
Bro,
dumbass.
bro, those-
Who's working
those-
agriculture?
bro, those
Who's working agriculture?
Please. Who was doing it before them?
The illegals are paying. Undocumented immigrants are paying more taxes than you are.
Really?
Yes, they fucking are. They pay more taxes than you do, and they
They can't tax them.
They take away $120 billion from the American taxpayers.
If those Mexicans cared, why are they running around with Mexican flags in our fucking country? Why are they doing that?
because they're being hunted down by the fucking Gestapo.
But does
Why
that
is Donald
make it
Trump
right?
raping women
Does
and
that
children,
make
huh?
it right?
Who's he right now?
If they love this country,
Their
why
names
they
are
running
redacted.
around-
They're fucking kids.
If they love this country, why are they running around with Mexican flags?
Because they're being hunted down by the fucking Gestapo. Yes, they are.
You
Yeah,
know
that's how
what
it's
the
fucking pronounced.
definition of an illegal is, right?
I mean, sure. I don't agree with it.
Okay, so if they're illegal, that's a crime in itself. They have to be deported.
Yeah, so is raping kids, but Donald Trump isn't in prison, is he?
Yeah, he's not been convicted. Nixon
You
is
agree
actually
that if
convicted.
something is
You're really obsessed with Nixon, so like I don't know what it is with you. Like,
why is
He was
I can
framed
say
by
the
the
same
you're
as you
asking
with
me now
Donald
some
Trump.
questions? Nothing.
yeah, because I fucking hate Donald Trump. And actually, I hate most of the political establishment. Like Nixon could rot in hell for all I care. He's a war criminal, like every single one of them.
Do you agree that if something
But I think it should be expanded to the entire political class that is being served by the political
So
establishment
instead of
here.
getting in my face, why don't you get up there and have a debate?
Because I'm not gonna, because I don't want to legitimize your points.
You already are. Like, we're posting you on social media. You already are.
Okay, I'm not doing what this fucking guy's doing. Because it's not worth debating
It would
you.
look better if we get a good clip of you online and like go viral, or you go to like
I don't want to go
Your
viral.
aggressiveness is making you look very bad.
Your cowardice making you look like a fucking pussy. So, like, you're calling me aggressive. I haven't touched you. If anything, I accidentally touched this guy a couple times, and he's not as much of a pussy as you are.
In front
So,
of the cameras, you're showing aggressiveness, dude.
I'm showing aggressiveness.
Yes.
Okay, you're showing fucking cowardice. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm showing you my phone.
Bro, you're shaking.
Donald
you're
Trump
getting in
rapes
my
kids.
face, you got in front of the camera. You're showing very aggressiveness, dude.
Yeah.
That's my point again. Why don't you go do something? Instead of getting in our face, go do something.
Because this doesn't do anything. Even if you are proven wrong, that just kind of strengthens your
This
points.
doesn't do anything, bro. This doesn't do shit to help your fucking cause.
Okay.
Any cause for that matter.
I'm not trying to help my cause. I'm trying to find a way to shut you guys down. Okay.
we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Okay. Just a bunch of fucking grifters. That's what you all are. How much are you getting paid for this, by the way?
10 million.
Oh wow. Now we know why you're doing it.
What about 147,000?
How about $7,000?
You?
Yeah.
Getting 7,000 from Israel? I believe it.
What proof do you have of that?
What is it?
That
What's
you-
the screen say?
Where's the proof of that?
Donald Trump rapes kids.
It says he knows nothing.
Can you pull up any proof of that?
That Donald Trump raped kids?
No, any proof that I'm taking money.
From Israel?
Yeah.
That's a fucking weird conversation to have. I
No,
didn't.
you just accused me of taking.
I didn't make any
$7,000.
accusations. You said you took $7,000,
Yeah,
and I made a
that's what you
joke.
said.
I made a joke. I said from Israel, and you said, "Do you have any evidence? Do you have any
Where's
evidence?"
your evidence of it?
Of course. Yes, I can. So my question is this: are you against homosexual marriage?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why?
I think it's a sin.
Okay, according to who?
In the Bible,
No, we can agree. Liberals are dumb. That is what we can agree on.
Okay, and so you standing here in front of me being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive.
helping you?
I'm not being aggressive, first of all, so you can shut that
Well,
out.
you're standing in front of me non-stop with this shit. I mean, this isn't helping your cause, bro. You need to be out there making a incident. Like, if you really feel about that, go out there and do something in the world. Don't be in my face.
What should I do?
Go out there and make us, go out there and protest.
Oh, I've done that plenty, brother.
Okay, then keep it up. Why don't you run for office? Why don't you, even better, why don't you run for FBI?
Fuck the
Why don't
FBI,
you
bro.
go get a job with that? Okay, fuck them, right?
The FBI knew about the Epstein shit and they didn't do anything.
Fuck them, right? Fuck them, right? Okay.
Fuck them right, yeah.
Why don't you go get a job in FBI and change things?
Join the FBI and change
Yes.
things?
Why don't you?
You sound like a
rise up
liberal.
through the ranks?
You sound like a liberal.
Why don't you be? No, that's an adult thing to do. If you
It's
don't
a liberal
like something, if you don't like something, why don't you rise?
Wait a second. Is that one filming again? Oh.
No, it's actually not.
I'm obviously not going to change your mind. That's not what I expect from you today. I believe that when we indulge in each other's brains and discuss about what our feelings are, I think we come down to the fact at the end of like, wow. Again, sometimes we forget we're just all human, we're all Americans. Sometimes we're at each other's throats. I think we have this discussion at the end. I tend to handshake people. I've hugged people. So I think it brings people together.
Yeah. Okay, so question. If a debate went in a way where there was stronger support for the other person's side of things, there was something that indicated that you were wrong about something, are you truly open to changing your view?
100%. There was one guy earlier who he gave me a statistic about like
Peaking, so that's like what?
I've never heard of that. I go when I go home, I look stuff up. I'm always trying to like.
I'm out of your face now, aren't you happy?
This I read a year ago could be changed today.
Alright guys, we got a new camera up, we're good.
I always try to inform myself. So you could inform me. But when it comes to moral obligation, I think we'll have that fine line of like, I'm not moving this wall. If you're trying to convince me abortion's not murder, you're not going to. We all have our points. We're not going to change.
But technically, let's say I presented something that would more strongly support the view that you get rid of it. That's fundamental, pretty big view. Are you open to changing your view?
Yes, definitely. We have non-negotiables. We all do.
Interesting. What would be something that's non-negotiable for you?
Abortion's murder, and I'm never going to change it. Christ is king, I'm never going to change it.
So nothing anyone can say would ever change your view.
Wait, you don't think Christ is king? Say Christ is king.
That's beside your point. Why would I
Say
say
Christ is king. Just say it.
Why are you even saying that? What's your point right now?
Christ is king. You can't agree with that?
Listen, you're just kind of weirded out about what you're trying to
You don't agree with Christ is king? How do you not agree with that? It's just simple.
Listen, did I ever say I don't agree with that?
So just say it. Christ is king.
Why?
Just say it. Why? It's just a simple statement. Christ is king.
Listen, I have a simple question.
Well, you're saying everything but that. If you don't have a problem with it, just say it. Christ is king.
So you want me to say something, right?
Yeah.
I have a question for you too. So you're the person that apparently believes that if you have a question for someone else, they should answer it, right?
Oh my God, dude! You're going around. You're like doing everything but saying it. It's not that hard. Christ is king.
Well, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
No.
You don't believe Christ is king? Do you believe he walked the earth?
Why the fuck does it
Listen,
matter?
so I answered a question. Can you answer a question?
No, I'm asking you a follow-up question because I'm interested in understanding where you're coming from. Because to me, that's actually interesting. It's actually interesting that you would deny Christ in that matter. So I'm trying to understand just how far your denial goes. Do you recognize that he exists?
Me, brother?
Or he still exists?
Let's do it one for one, okay?
No, I'm asking you questions. Just say
What do you
it.
mean you're asking a question?
Do you believe that he existed?
Neither's raping kids, but Donald Trump.
Do you believe that he walked the earth?
You're right. Why can't you just do it one for
Because
one?
I'm just asking a question. I'm curious. I'm asking a question.
I'm going to ask you a question by the same token.
Okay, what's the question?
Right. My question is, why are you asking these questions? What are you getting
Because
at?
I'm interested in it. Now answer my question. Do you believe that he walked the earth?
Are you interested? What are you trying to get at? You have a
I don't have an intention. I'm interested. I'm interested. There's an ulterior motive. There's nothing. I want to know what your thought is. Do you believe he walked the earth?
Do I believe he walked the earth? A guy named Jesus Christ?
Xander, listen. Okay. So why do you choose to not believe in Jesus?
They're trying to help you out. What do you mean by not believe in Jesus? I believe he existed.
What's that?
I believe he existed. What do you mean not believe in Jesus? What do you mean by that?
What do you believe? What do you believe?
was this function on Earth? What do you believe?
Function? Why not? So you have an assumption.
You're like, bro.
I
Not that intellectual conversation. I'm literally just trying to understand where your thought process is and denying Christ.
It's okay. You can be the center of attention.
If you're going to take that far out to like to try to understand what my motive is, I just want to know why. Why you're incapable of saying Christ is King or even believing that Jesus
I
is
can
God.
say it. I just don't want to say it on camera. It's not something that I believe in because that's. Then
So
you're
you
just
don't
gonna
believe it.
misrepresent me.
I'm asking you why you don't believe it.
Okay.
It's not a trick question. It's a simple question. If you have to take 20 steps to justify it, then maybe that calls for some self-examination.
Oh, I've done self-examination. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you had truly done it, you wouldn't have to think around 20 different steps in order to justify it. But
You're
go
making
ahead.
so many assumptions here that
I'm just explaining how logic works.
No.
Everything's pretty black and white
That's
if you
not
understand
logic. You're calling
how
it
things
logic?
work.
You're not saying actual logic. You're literally saying assumptions as fact right now about me having to go in different directions.
So why are you incapable of justifying why you don't believe in Christ?
Who said I'm ever incapable of it? I haven't.
You just said you're incapable of doing it.
I literally didn't do it. I never said I'm incapable of doing it.
You
You're
literally
putting
just
words
said
in
it.
my mouth.
Okay. So for you, explain why you don't believe in Christ.
Okay, give me a second.
You don't have to.
Shouldn't take that long. Should not take.
That's a stupid thing to say, and you should
I mean,
know that.
should absolutely not. If you have conviction, it's at the tip of your tongue.
That's literally not true, dude. What do you know about human brains, bro?
I'm so honored to hear that.
And then it was like 30.
Dude, 1 second. So you're saying that I can't take a second to think?
So what do we have on your
It should
phone
be
here?
a- so-
Do you watch anime?
If you're convicted about something, it is at the tip
watch
of your tongue.
hentai too?
You should be able to just say it without
Donald
having
Trump
to think
rapes
of all the.
kids.
That's not actually true. That's literally
Donald Trump
bullshit.
rapes kids.
Go
I
ahead,
know that.
take it
Where's
back.
your evidence for that?
We got all day. This
Okay,
guy's
great.
blocking all the
Okay,
cameras
great.
always.
Yeah, this is a heavy question. I wasn't expecting.
It's not a heavy question. It really
This is a
isn't.
heavy question. This
How is that?
fundamental
This
question you
guy's
could
heavy.
possibly ask
Fat
somebody.
door,
Trump
fat door
down
needs
to
a
be
treadmill.
guilty?
But here's the thing.
Epstein files are evidence.
Tell me why
support
you don't believe in
He's found to
Christ.
be guilty.
Not
Okay,
yet.
give me a second.
You know, he
After you give me a
does
second,
run the
give me a
fucking
second.
country, so he does run the fucking country. Yeah.
Can I go back
doesn't
to
care
him?
about
'Cause
Okay.
Yeah, that gives him the
All right.
ability
Well,
to
tell me the following then.
Yes.
get away scot-free. Does that mean that he actually is?
Why do you agree with the statement?
Yes, he fucking is right now.
Aliens.
Deport all illegals.
Wasn't there a girl that made accusations?
I would say it's going good. I mean,
Yeah, she
technically,
paid off.
if
And
you
then
have
she was
people that are
retracted them
aliens
because
in
A lot of women make
theory,
accusations.
if you
Many
can pull
men.
it off in a way that's
She
productive and doesn't harm more
retracted them
people on Earth,
So you agree with that?
then
Okay,
there's
so we're on
some
the same
truth.
How do we know that's true?
Wow.
Okay.
That's good. That's
Who's
great.
someone you look up to?
Well, I'm surprised. You're definitely in a minority in this campus. There are
Vladimir
people in this campus that don't even believe borders are real.
So, okay.
You don't know who Vladimir
so you're
is?
asking things that are triggering.
I'm actually having a really hard time
So you're
hearing you right
communist.
now. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
Like, for instance,
You are
I
a
don't think you
communist.
should
One second.
You want to
Me, I'm
steal
having a hard
my
time hearing you
labor
'cause
for
there's,
your
like,
fat
four
ass self
conversations.
to eat food and not work.
That's
That is terrible.
That's,
That is terrible.
that
No,
is
that is
capitalism.
terrible.
That is
You
capitalism.
want to force people to work for your own gain.
Okay.
That is
You're a
capitalism.
communist. You're terrible.
That is capitalism.
Terrible people know it is
All right,
not.
guys.
That is 100%.
So there's like 4 conversations happening around me. I can't even hear what
Like, I
he's
don't-
saying.
I'm talking to this guy.
It's
I'm not
evil.
talking
He's
to
the
you.
evil person.
It's
Evil person.
Yeah, it's Bizarro Thor. Okay, go ahead.
right. I mean,
Keeps calling me Chris Hemsworth. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, if they're in the country illegally, there is room to say. I mean, the thing is, this really comes down to statistics, which I'm not fully qualified. I don't feel fully qualified to answer on a very detailed level. But yeah, if you can pull it off in a way, assuming you can actually support that,
You don't know what
it's
communism
necessary
is.
for the good.
You
of
just
the country,
described
like,
capitalism
for financial
and said it was
points or whatever it is
communism.
you want to support it with, then yeah, if you can do it in a healthy way, that.
You know, the existential threat of starving
Okay,
to death,
so we agree.
being
But,
homeless.
right. That's
Yeah,
not
you
to
kind
say
of
that
are.
they're doing it right, because no, ICE
Because you
is
either
doing it in a very
die on the
bad
streets
way,
and you
from-
work
who's
for
to blame for that?
capitalism. That's how capitalism works.
What do you mean who's to blame for that?
Who's to blame for it?
You seem like
No,
you
Matt,
have an
I
answer.
asked you the question. Don't, like, come on, dude. Just who's to blame for the way ICE is acting?
Well, he would be shocked.
For the way ICE is doing things?
Yeah.
What is your
probably like I mean it's bureaucratic stuff. the people in
I'll be
charge
shocked, I
of
swear.
them, training procedures, all sorts of
Standing around with your camera?
Trump, no.
I'm so shocked.
Trump, no? Really?
Presumably. I mean, I don't know the details of
I'm
what
not,
actually
definitely,
happens in the
and I do have a
background.
job.
Have you heard of sanctuary
background
laws?
details.
What is the job?
Of what?
Have you heard of sanctuary laws?
Sanctuary laws. Remind me.
stupid
Maybe
movie
not
to
my
find
name.
out.
Sanctuary laws are like California has sanctuary laws,
I said
right?
if you
It's
make
on
a
the state
stupid
and the
move,
county
you'll
level.
find
There are a lot of different
If I make a
counties, like
stupid
Burbank,
move,
just
I'll
try
hire
to
a
pass
security
sanctuary
guard.
laws as well. So
Oh,
what that
that
means is
explains
that
it.
there is a breakdown in
Well, that makes it even
cooperation
worse here
between
if you're
federal,
gonna
the
be
state, and the
being
county.
violent when I'm just
So
showing my fucking camera.
back before
You're a pretty
sanctuary
shitty
laws were a
security
thing, somebody would get arrested. they would check their immigration status, they would call ICE, and then ICE would determine whether or not they would be deported. And because of sanctuary laws, there's no longer that chain of cooperation. So that's how you're seeing it play out in the public. It used to just happen in jails, and now it's happening out in the streets because, you know, you don't have that cooperation anymore.
Would you mind clarifying
So
a little bit? Just
that's
you're focused on. So you're saying that there's a breakdown in communication between.
Wait, what time is it?
There's a breakdown in cooperation between the county and the state and the federal government.
I've got hours.
So ICE is a federal agency.
I'm doing fine.
They're enforcing federal law. They're doing interior removals, right?
I'm blocking one.
And in order to be able to do that in a safe manner, they used to go into prisons and get people in prisons instead of going out in the streets and doing it in the streets, as we've been seeing it happen for the last
way more productive
year.
than the guys
So
debating college
without
students.
county and state cooperation, you can't do it like that, you know, because they're not. The LAPD, for example, is not calling ICE
and go back to your own fucking campus.
Do what they would usually do because of sanctuary laws. Glendale last year reversed their cooperation with ICE after getting a lot of pressure from.
You know, it'd be better if
we're
schools
going
are
to a very
socialized.
specific niche here. What's
It's not a specific
then
niche.
everyone would be able to get a proper
So
education.
the reason why things are the way they are, specifically in blue states, is because these states have sanctuary laws. It's why you see it play out as violence in the streets. In fact, when this law was in discussion to be passed in California, one of the concerns was that this would play out in the streets. And the lawmakers that were pushing for this law said, "No, don't worry about it." So
I'm not forced to.
Sanctuary laws are an issue. Also, Congress. If you don't like the way ICE is operating, petition your congressperson, call them, ask them to write new legislation and change it. So AOC, who's going around saying, "Hey, this is how you disrupt ICE," she could just go and write an actual bill and change the way ICE is doing their job. Like, she actually has the power. Instead of telling people to go and obstruct justice, obstruct the federal, you know, a federal, what's that?
Who does? Who are you saying?
AOC, Ilhan Omar, all the people who are using this as a way to virtue signal.
Yeah, and you said yourself, in a perfect world, if we could deport all illegal immigrants, you would be for that?
In a way that was humane.
Correct.
Correct.
And the reason why we're seeing these issues is not only is it every anti-Semitic, all of the big Democrats,
and only if it was necessary.
Minnesota's doing it, Massachusetts is doing it, New York, California, all the liberal states are not allowing law enforcement, local law enforcement, to facilitate safe deportations. Now we're seeing people get shot and killed. We're seeing people kill ICE officers. We're seeing people attack ICE officers. They're not being able to do their job the correct functions are able to. And now we're seeing mishaps constantly. Because yes, these guys are supposed to work under high pressure, but when it's constantly over and over and over, everyone has a breaking point.
You said that like 5 times, brother.
I know. It would help care about it. In a perfect world, we would love to see this, but obviously, you're gonna have a heart attack. Many people fight against this process. If it was done in the great function it can be, we would see no issues.
So what would keep saying this, but you're the one supposed to. What would improve things? What could be better about immigration policy right now in the way it's being enacted?
In a perfect world,
in your mind.
Yeah, in a perfect world, if the Democrats allowed the ICE to do their job to deport all the illegal immigrants, bam, that'd be. If the Democrat politicians were allowing local municipalities to work with ICE, the function would work properly, and then once all the illegals are out, then the immigration judges can actually focus on naturalization statuses instead of having to get away from that and focus on deportations. These people who claim to be waiting 10 years and 10 years, and they're great people, they would be getting citizenship much faster if they did not have to focus on these illegal immigrants who are being selfish and going past the system and cutting line for those perfect, wonderful people who are just waiting, trying to get citizenship in a great country.
Okay. I
Perfect world
in the middle there, just because of all the stuff going on. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, if what you're saying is true, where what's to blame is certain political goings on, then
he's right.
Yeah, great. That would be fixing that.
What's happening right now?
Great. Sure, if you could effectively fix that.
It seems like we functionally agree on supporting immigrants. If in a perfect world, if nothing were to cut the system, cut line and disrupt them, I think you agree.
So why do you think that other people that you've talked to about this before, as you mentioned earlier, would say that you shouldn't deport all illegal aliens? Where are they coming from in this conversation? Do you think that, like, for instance, you bring up the possibility that they're very triggered by certain things going on, and there's a lot of personal stake, and the way things are being framed maybe is a little too absolute.
But you are evil. That is.
People believe that we have an obligation to take in people who need help, which we don't. It's a service we offer because we're being courteous. It's an offer of courtesy to these people. We don't have to do this. A courtesy. We do not have to.
What is an offer of courtesy?
Taking in illegal immigrants, as many as we want, as many as we need, they claim. People believe it's an obligation. That's why they don't think we should deport illegals. You asked people on the other side,
Why might they disagree with that sign? I said because people on the other side believe we have an obligation to illegal immigrants, which we do not. America's main focus and their #1 priority is U.S. citizens. We don't have to take in immigrants because there's no obligation to do so.
And just to clarify, when you say U.S. citizens, you mean anyone that is a citizen at all, you know, completely regardless of
naturally born.
Naturally born. Great. Of anything.
It's a shame he's blocking it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Such a shame.
That's the other side. I mean,
I don't know what we're
you were here for a while, but that's what we discussed.
Cool. So now I do have a quick question. Does anyone have any strong counterpoint to that? Like, are we just representing the people that disagree?
Anybody else want to come up? Anybody else want to debate this? You got an idea? All right, come on up. Thank you, Tom. What's your name? Okay, I'll just call you Malachi.
Hey, wait. Trying to take a video of me real quick.
What's up?
Wait. Before you step up to the mic. All right, guys. So we have this liberal here trying to cover up our camera for our debate right here. Look at him, absolute loser, by the way. But then look at this. We have another camera aiming at the speaker, so he's not doing anything. He's just wasting his time. Isn't that cute? Isn't that funny? He loves us. The people love us.
I'm good. Yeah, show him what it says. Show him what it says. Yeah, yo, you're defending a child rapist, bro. That's crazy.
You want to go up?
Look at that nail polish. There we go. We love Oh, wait, you gotta sit down.
No, swap it out.
So I just have one quick more point. So just for the sake of moving forward in this for you guys, right? So just acknowledging that tensions are high, right? There's a lot of people being triggered by lots of things.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
The communication style does play a role in that, right?
Yeah. Okay, all right, dude, if you're just gonna tone police, it's not gonna work, okay?
Dude, if you're just gonna tone police, this is not gonna work.
You can't handle it?
Oh, this guy's appealing to ridicule again.
Yeah, I'm gonna ridicule you because you support a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, oh God, bro, like, that's actually crazy.
Take care of him. Go deal with him, okay?
I talked to him earlier.
He's a violent commie here, okay?
I do pray for him.
Now let's swap it out. I want to talk to him.
But can we? I just have a point. Can you
just
respect?
tone police. No, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna tell me how to talk, okay? Let's swap it out. I appreciate you attempting that, though. All right, what's your name?
Dude, you're defending a pedophile, bro.
Whatever name.
Whatever name. I want to shake your hand. You don't have to tell me.
Do you think Pam Bondi is gonna prosecute Trump?
Go ahead.
Brother, Pam Bondi was not me. Okay.
Yeah. Like, why can't she fucking
one of the things that
prosecute
interested me earlier was
She promised everyone.
refusal to say Christ is king. Would you say Allah is
I'm not
king?
giving you fuckers a platform.
No,
So why is it wrong if someone else does?
because Christ is king.
Why is Allah not king?
Because he's not.
Why?
Because Christ is king.
I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. Christ gave you the freedom to
No, he didn't.
choose.
He's
Yes,
not
he
real.
did. He literally says you can choose a life separate from him. But that's
As a
your choice.
practicing Muslim, I personally think it's a lie.
Oh, so do you believe in the divinity of Christ?
No, I'm also a Buddhist.
You're also a Buddhist. So you believe in everything. You know that Muslims actually believe Jesus was a prophet. They actually respect Jesus.
I believe in all religions and none because they're not all
So
real.
you
None of them are
clearly
real.
know nothing about any religion because you didn't even know that.
I have a question.
Violent person.
So
Go ahead.
my first question is, if Christ is king, his word is law.
It's not with us.
His word is law?
Yeah.
Sure.
What is his word? Like, define his word.
He is the word.
No. What words?
No, that's literally what it is.
What
It's
words?
the Gospel of John says, it starts with,
Okay,
there was
so the
the word.
Bible's his word.
He is the, not the Bible is the word, Christ is the word.
Okay, so how do we determine what is his word? Because that means nothing. Saying a ghost is his word is meaningless.
What you're saying his word is meaningless? Are you an atheist too? You're like everything. You're atheist, agnostic.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Well, you
Religion's
should.
not real.
Perhaps this is an examination of consciousness. Perhaps this is an examination of consciousness right now to see if you're actually tapped in. Are you just living divorced from reality?
No.
You can't
I think
No.
you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
How do you know?
You believe a magical sky
You just
god.
claim to be Muslim and you didn't even understand the Muslim,
I can say whatever.
how Muslims see
What?
Jesus.
No, listen,
you know that Muslims actually have
Yes,
great
I do know
respect
that.
for
I'm not
Jesus.
stupid.
Oh, you do? So why did you just deny that a
Much
moment
like
ago?
you're saying imaginary shit, I can say imaginary
I'm saying imaginary shit?
Yes. God is not
Really?
real.
God's not real?
No. 100%.
Okay.
I can guarantee it.
I'll let you live with that one.
Yeah.
You know why that?
You made the choice, buddy.
I didn't make any choice.
No, you did. You just made the choice right now.
There's no other option.
You literally just made the choice, bro.
There's no other option. It's
You made the choice. You made the choice and you denied it in real time. Do you understand what you're doing? You can't even stand on a single statement you make. That's how cowardly you are.
Listen, dumb shit. Okay?
Okay, just appeal to hominids then. Doesn't mean you're
Do you know
right.
what that means? Okay, anyway.
I'm going on the other
If you
Do I know what that means?
The option is believe in the equivalent of Harry Potter. Right?
Awesome, that camera's nicer, so we prefer that camera.
I mean, they did turn off the focus, so.
Prove the existence of Christ.
None.
Yeah.
None.
They're all,
Yeah, that camera.
no fucking word from 2,000 years ago with no eyewitness
Do you
account.
believe Julius Caesar walked the earth?
No, I don't.
Do you believe Alexander the Great walked the earth?
No, no evidence.
So you just deny all history?
Yes.
Good to know. Well, I think you've made a statement for yourself.
No, so let's ask another
You've
question.
just, exactly, this school's great. You just made a huge indictment on UCLA right now.
I have a question.
You basically
I have a
deny all
question.
history.
I have a question.
He's got a question.
What came before you?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Like 46?
46, well, first time ever, somebody over.
How old are you?
38. Close. That's close.
How much do you make doing this?
How much do you think I make?
Not
More
a
than
lot.
he made making
Not a
videos
lot.
about JoJo Siwa, that's for sure.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were the
You
guy
kind
who
of
made
do
videos
look like,
about.
Yeah, drama
you look like fat, transed up JoJo Siwa.
You were the guy who made videos about JoJo
The
Siwa,
second you
right?
bring that up, he starts calling you fat.
Yeah, but he is fat. It's not like I'm
That's
making
great,
it up.
man.
The dude, his shirt's like almost blowing up.
Dude, I don't give a
That
shit.
button is holding on for its dear life, dude.
Okay.
Right over your
We're getting away from the
Is that all
topic.
you
Let's go
got?
back to JoJo Siwa
Is that all
videos.
you got? Try harder, man.
I'm just describing the truth.
Open discussion.
I'm literally describing the truth. It literally is objectively.
Try harder, man.
Fattest president ever.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy eats McDonald's for a living. That's what happens. Yeah, eat 2,000 calories a day and get fat. He's fat.
What does it matter that I am?
Why does it matter? I'm just pointing out the truth.
Why?
It's right in front of me.
There's no reason to
Why
point it
not?
out.
Why is there no reason?
Come on.
You deny the truth?
Talk about the issue.
Is there a reason
Talk about the
like
issue.
bring up that you made JoJo Siwa videos most of your career?
This is derailing. You got people heckling now.
Good.
Tell me what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just here to take up my time.
You wanted to take up my time?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep taking it up.
Okay, fine.
Tell me how much you hate Christ.
I don't think about it at all.
You don't think about him? Well, clearly you think about him enough. If
No,
you're able
not at all.
to deny him, that takes a lot of thought.
No, I just
That
don't
actually
even
doesn't,
think
though,
it
so.
exists
Yes, it
in the first
does.
place.
A natural state is a state of belief. You choose to not believe.
No, the natural
I mean, I deny that the earth is flat. I don't really think about that too much.
So tell me, when you applied for this school, did you believe you were going to get in, or why did you apply at all?
Because I wanted to.
So you applied with no belief that you were going to get in, and you still went through the process hoping that you would get in?
That's usually how.
So you just described the process of belief.
No.
Congratulations, you've impugned yourself once again.
I didn't.
Here, I'm going to let you take over. This is ridiculous. Design. You disagree with design.
I don't give a shit.
Why are you saying that?
Because I like talking to inbred morons.
Why is it that liberals result to insults? Why?
Do you think if you had a
Hey,
job,
are you
you'd be
looking
able to
who you're
fix your
defending,
fucked up
dipshit?
teeth?
Huh?
You look at who you're defending, dumbass.
Why do you think illegal immigrants should be here?
They're people.
Okay, so we have an obligation to take everybody?
I don't think it matters.
I think it does.
Why?
So we can't, you think we can afford the whole world in our country? Can we do it?
I mean, we can afford to bomb the whole world, so, I mean, might as well.
Xavier, we're trying to have an open discussion. Can you please stop? Thank you.
I don't
Why don't
think
you
the
get
whole
up there and
world's
talk?
trying to fix it, so.
I don't think rage reading.
Okay, so you agree? You agree then?
The cat? As much as I'd love to put the cats, I think this is more important. Yeah, I know.
I don't think there's such a thing as an illegal alien.
They're not. They're foreign though. They're not.
Yeah, why are they illegal? What's wrong
I
with
guarantee
me?
if you go up there and say something, you'll have more. They'll do more, dude.
So
I don't think I will.
So the law says they're illegal.
You're not doing anything.
Not
So
at
all
all.
laws are
You know
fact.
we can cut this out.
I'm sure.
Okay, so
What's the point?
why
I'm
did you ever
I'm
vote
taking
for
away
racism?
from the pool of usable footage.
Okay, so if they changed them, you would start saying all immigrants are
No, I'm
fine.
good.
Because we're going to cut this out.
Oh, so you can move the goalposts there.
Okay, you could cut me out of
Oh,
there
move
too.
the mic
Cut me out
up.
of there too.
Our country was trying to check and balance.
I'm not gonna say shit.
You want to make change, you ain't going to say
This
something.
isn't gonna make change.
Well, that's going to make change if you go up
But
there.
this is something you can't change.
These guys get paid to disagree with people. I'm not gonna make any fucking change. They're grifters.
Okay, so
This guy's running for his
so what's
13th
nothing morally wrong with
13th congressional district, am I right? Is that what you're running for?
How?
First congressional. First congressional. Oh, sorry. Oh wow, your friend used that one earlier actually. I guess you're like some sort of cracker hive mind.
According to fair immigration, they take away $120 billion in American tax.
Okay, why does that matter?
I know you
They take away money from me and you.
I don't care. So I have this thing called like empathy for other people.
I know you do that.
No, I highly doubt that, but I don't really care if people take my money if it means they can have a better life. That doesn't matter to me.
We can live a better life for people. We have to go through the process right.
Why?
Do you think we need a vetting system?
I don't care. I don't care what anyone here.
So you're okay funding the rapists then?
Yeah,
we already fund one. We pay taxes. Wow. Donald Trump, rapes kids, and we're funding him with our taxes. So.
Do you?
Her name's not Jeannie Carroll, so it's we don't either.
It's the middle name's E.
You said Jeannie.
No, I didn't. I said
That is low.
Carroll.
Play it back.
We're funding both.
Right now.
Who knew?
By the way, tell me about the case.
Is that all you comment? So,
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah, for
Court
sure.
rule, and it's a civil court, not a federal court. I will adhere to that. So that
Sorry, it's just a weird way to say it.
okay, that
Fuck
he is a
Israel.
registered
Fuck the
sex
Zionist
offender.
entity.
What that does
But,
mean, though, is a court found plausible
you have to be
evidence
careful
to
with
suggest
agreeing with people on
that
that
he
sort of
raped her.
That's not what I said.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? How can you explain this to me?
don't
She's
like
on
it.
Anderson Cooper. They're interviewing her.
Well,
About it. She's like, hey, I kind of like rape.
What?
Zionism is the modern Nazism. That's just
So that doesn't make it illegal, just like your son.
from a purely ideological perspective.
Explain that for
It is.
Explain
It is neo-nationalism.
So I'm sorry,
It is
so it's not illegal if someone
is
says
the-
something else. So if I say
Manifest
illegal
Destiny
aliens are
Good
cool,
fucking job.
they're not illegal.
That's how I said.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
I'm asking you in this specific case. I'm asking you about her judgment.
The God-given right to genocide Native
Her
Americans.
judgment.
You're a fucking
From
Nazi.
there, we can get to her
Her
intention.
judgment's not relevant to what the court found.
And what did Manifest Destiny
Do you not
do?
understand what evidence is? Do you need me to tell you what evidence
And they expanded, and what do they do while expanding Westwood?
You want to talk about a friendly judge?
What?
You want to talk
Oh,
about?
so
you
when
mentioned
it's something you don't like, it's a friendly judge. It's something you don't like.
Yeah, fuck the Democrats.
So
Fuck the
basically, you're just a
Republicans.
giant fucking
Fuck them all. They're all billionaires. They're all owned by the billionaire
Facts
class.
mean somebody a person.
They're not facts. You're objectively wrong.
They're facts.
Okay, you can run on the stance that you're a common man.
Okay.
That's fucking true.
Do you know what a court ruling is?
You can run on whatever the fuck you want.
Do you know what?
This is all one single
I
argument.
sincerely
That's
don't.
fuck the
I
billionaire
think you're
class.
too stupid to understand what a court ruling is.
You want to just go back to the hominids? I got them all day.
That's fine, man. I don't care.
Yo, what do you have to say
Yes,
about like?
I will happily ad hominem. I don't respect you as a human.
You don't like it. You don't respect.
That is their lane.
Exactly.
It
He's
is the
got
lane of the
empathy,
Native
but not
people. Was it
empathy
wrong?
for
Was it
certain
morally
things.
Because
wrong?
you don't have
He wants.
Was it socially
No,
unproductive?
I doubt that.
Why do
I
you
doubt
think I don't
that.
have
Superior civilization.
Prayer is
Describe.
literally
What
not
do you mean?
empathy. That's the meaningless word.
This guy really crisis.
Neither were they.
You're right.
So-
He doesn't.
Okay.
And apparently
Why are we
that's
talking
why
about Mesopotamia? Which one are we arguing? Are we arguing Mesopotamia? Are we arguing about Native America?
Because you're currently arguing that
Mesopotamia is
trans
Native
people
America?
aren't, trans women aren't women, that people's lived experiences.
When is
are-
Angea?
Facts.
No, that's not a
Mesopotamia
fact.
is the
That's not
fucking
a fact.
Fertile Crescent.
No.
That is not Sudan, them. Syria,
Trans women
Lebanon,
aren't men.
Palestine.
You're telling me.
They're not men.
They're not men.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is safe. You stand by that statement for the rest of your life with that social contagion over.
There's very little anthropological evidence to
Don't
suggest
change your
that mass
mind.
human
It's going to
sacrifices
be on the internet
ever
forever.
in these
That's
countries.
right.
That is not false.
So
That was a myth.
They found bones, they found
You can find bones, you can find temples. That's not
If you
proof.
read any history book, they okay. So
If you read one written by the Spanish, maybe, yeah, they'll talk about mass human sacrifice. That was their justification for mass murder. Now, did it occur? Yes, there are instances of it occurring, but on a mass scale into children, no, not really.
That's, if you read even the Native American religious books, the religious texts.
Which
they
religious
believe in
text?
sacrifice.
What religious text?
pronouns and
Most Native American religions don't have books that are they're not like biblical texts. They're they're liturgical. They're linguistic. They're passed down through generations. So what books?
The same books.
What does that mean?
I just said there weren't fucking books. There was not written language in the majority of these
Yeah, I didn't
countries.
say it was during the time. Read the history books.
Yeah, but you're not using it the
The
way
history books of the religions. Who wrote those?
Have you read
The Spanish?
Which ones?
The Spanish.
Well, I mean, which other ones?
The Spanish were the
Well, we
most.
still have Native Americans, right? They can write their own books. They can write their own.
Yeah, and guess what? They're saying that we didn't fucking sacrifice kids, and that there's no anthropological evidence of mass human sacrifice of children or even of adults.
Hitler said I didn't murder children.
So you
Hitler actually did say he murdered Jews, so like,
Shakespeare and you haven't read Shakespeare.
and there's also actual evidence that he did. So
Right, and we have evidence that they
that's great. I don't give a shit.
no, we don't. What is the evidence?
No, I'm not trying to.
They admitted to it. They have the temples.
Where did they admit it?
The temples were specifically built for human
Where did they admit it?
The temples were built for human
Where was that admitted? There is no anthropological evidence that the majority of tribes in the Americas committed mass human sacrifice, especially not against kids. Do you know why it wasn't against kids? Because kids are a necessary aspect in social reproduction, of continuing.
It is if you are only reproducing between one man and one woman, but if in those pagan civilizations there was no foundation of marriage. So therefore you could actually mass reproduce kids.
Okay. Murdering kids is still bad for social reproduction, regardless of whether there's marriage or
Right,
not.
so why do we still have human sacrifice? Why do we still have child sacrifice?
Where do we?
Keep mentioning the Epstein files.
Where are sacrifice? Well, you mean in the Epstein files?
Not anywhere. In Hollywood, they've come out about child sacrifice many times.
Where?
I
Who?
think, was it Nicki Minaj? She recently posted.
Nicki Minaj is also a fascist grifter, so.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
This is on camera. If you really see who you really are, and what you really want to be doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
What, like the 5 Nazis who watch your channel? That means nothing.
Tonga is a very broad term that the Gabrielina is, but I mean, I guess.
I'm sexist. What else? Say another one. Say I'm racist.
Very expensive
Another one. Keep going.
American
I mean, I would, but I don't
It's bad. It's bad. It's socially bad. Why don't you leave? Because if everybody who believes that Native Americans deserve respect and sovereignty leaves, who does that leave? The people who don't believe that, and the natives. So I'm not going to leave until that sovereignty has been achieved. It probably won't happen in my lifetime, but we ball. I organize. I politically organize. Better than whatever these fuckers do. Are you from Sac? I am. Oh, bro, 916.
Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm from Sac.
Why? They're never going to have a productive.
Okay, Citrus Heights.
Okay, that's how I feel every time I talk to somebody from Sac. We're all like, where'd you go? Elk Grove.
It's always Elk Grove.
It's always Elk Grove, especially in LA. I'm not gonna say that, man. Sorry, not on camera. Probably one of the bad ones, because there's a lot in that area.
Oh, are you stupid?
Both of the high schools in Rockland are bad, so.
Okay, hello. My name is Eli, and I have a point that I'm going to make, and I appreciate it.
There was.
You want to make that point, and then I'll get
one of the high schools like had a scandal where the entire cheerleader team, all white girls, were like young slaves in the locker room. Like,
a lot of other families in my circumstance did.
They also had Confederate flags like flying off the trucks at my high school.
Right, very common circumstance. Came to the United States.
It's pretty bad.
Are you a communist?
Why am I a communist?
He's talking about pogroms. Through Ellis Island, that name was changed to Mitchell to
what does pogroms have to do?
He did say he was a communist.
I am a communist. Why?
talking about pogroms. You should listen.
Why are you talking about pogroms and compounds together? Yeah. What does that have to do with pogroms?
I am illegally in this country based on that.
The Holodomor was not a pogrom. It was
I
a
am an illegal immigrant. Do you believe that I
but it
should
also, that's not the fault of the communists.
Exactly. There's also
actions taken.
But pogrom is the mass murder of Jews. Trying to currently repeal birthright.
And no, the Red Army, the Red Army of the Soviet Union protected Jewish communities from the White Army during the Civil War, who were committing pogroms. So no, communists are not Jews in Ukraine. Okay. Do you want me to just explain the Greater Soviet Famine to you? Because I can. Let's hear it. Yeah?
But again,
are you denying that Jews didn't die? No, I'm not denying people died in Ukraine during the famine. I'm denying that it was. No, I said Jews. I'm also not denying that Jews died in the Holodomor, but also the Holodomor was not a pogrom. It was a famine. Do you want to discuss the Greater Soviet Famine? Because I will. No. Okay, then you don't actually care.
Acknowledge that.
You're making arguments that make no functional sense. The Holodomor did happen. It was a famine. People died. Jews died. But it was not a pogrom. A pogrom is when you go into Jewish communities and kill them. The Holodomor happened because of grain rusting, because of grain reserves being destroyed by the kulaks, by an abundance of rain in the years prior to its occurrence. That's how famines happen.
So the famine in Ukraine was not at all the Bolsheviks' fault.
I mean, you could argue that there were policies that were passed during this period that did cause unnecessary harm, but the famine itself, no, was not caused by the Soviets, by the Bolsheviks, by anybody else, other than the kulaks, maybe. Because again, kulaks did destroy farm equipment, they destroyed grain reserves, and that made it so that when the famine occurred, it was worse because there wasn't anything to rely on. Also, Ukraine was not the only country affected by the Holodomor. It was Kazakhstan and Western Russia. Kazakhstan, actually, more people died in Kazakhstan than Ukraine, but they're not considered white, so nobody gives a fuck. Unless you're me, I care, right? I care about the Kazakhs. But even for the Kazakhs, it was not caused by, like, explicitly caused by Soviet policies. It was caused by the environment, grain rusting, which has affected that region for thousands of years. It was caused by low grain reserves by the kulaks, and also by the abundance of rain, which led to the grain rusting.
So if I can just
that's basic history. Well, not basic history. I'm sorry. That's very rude. That is the history that you're not being taught.
Your point
because we live in an anti-communist society that has spent billions of dollars brainwashing people.
How many would you say were already died because of the communist Soviet?
Did you not just listen to what I said?
How many? I said how many?
How many? I think in Ukraine, I think it was like 2 million.
So 2 million people died.
Yeah.
Because of communist policy.
No. No. They died because of grain rusting, which is a disease that has existed in the Soviet Union or in Russia, in that region, for thousands of years. And they also died because of the kulaks destroying grain reserves. Do you want me to? I can give you book recommendations. Lacerdo, Stalin, History and Critique of a Black Legend. There's also, if you want a good anti-communist source that still kind of proves that communism is good, I would go for Alexandropoulos' Illness and Inhumanity and Stalin's Gulag. But Lacerdo is always the go. We love Lacerdo for that.
Their parents came here, gave birth on a tourist visa, and then went back.
Do you think there are more people that are spending $150,000 to get one child in this country, or more people being born here?
The Black Legend is solved. And he calls it that because people in the West have been taught to instinctively hate Stalin because of a Black Legend.
Allow me to finish my point, and then I will.
So wait, are you actually trying to start an argument that you're advocating for fraud? Fraud that involves child human trafficking?
Not in the later.
No, that's literally what you're diving into.
Are you?
I'm gonna. If I'm interrupted again, I'm gonna stop speaking. And I'm sorry.
This is a debate. It's not a monologue.
And now you're coming
Industrialization was completely instigated by Stalin. The national policy of creating nations rather than completely abolishing borders was Stalin.
Real intellectual debate with me, I'm there for that. But if you don't want to do that, then I'm not going to.
He took the 16 nations, he abolished the borders, and he made the Soviet.
No, that's not what happened.
I'm just not going to keep.
There was a Jewish oblast, a Jewish nation that was constructed post-Soviet revolution in the USSR called.
I'm gonna wait for another.
I don't remember the exact name, but it was called the Jewish Autonomous Oblast. Kazakhstan was an autonomous nation.
I'm not going to just sit here and be monologue.
We can have a conversation.
Exactly. So talk, dude. Stop simulating circumstances for how we're going to talk. You're trying to control the conversation, and you're being a fucking bitch about it. If you can't hold up your own, then just go and fucking walk, dude. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I don't want to tap out because
no, you're tapping out. You're creating excuses and circumstances for you to tap out.
And the thing is,
maybe with the exception
the fact that you're talking so much and saying so little, I think.
But they also were protected from a genocide by the Soviets. So.
The situation as it is presently occurring is that I am trying to speak.
You're being a bitch.
Are you going to interrupt me?
I mean, I know plenty of pro-Soviet Armenians.
As I've been trying to say, the point that you are making is that there is a significant number of people that are paying hundreds and thousands of dollars to illegally traffic their children into this country. And to be clear, these are wealthy people that are paying this amount of money. It's not the farmer in Oaxaca that is trying.
The majority of Armenians living in Armenia do believe that their lives are better on this.
We're talking about Chinese billionaires.
I think there is
that are sneaking their children.
There's a lot to be said about the diaspora, of course, who can afford to leave.
That they're using this
wealthy,
illegal method
the people with social clout, with social mobility, especially in the post-Soviet period.
The fact that you literally have to restate my case just means to me that you're fucking retarded, dude. Just make your point.
I disagree.
Make your fucking point.
Incredibly hard. The period of
it's not incredibly hard to understand. It's actually well documented data.
Allow me to finish my point. My point is that you are making the argument that it is more logical for a Chinese billionaire
He's a Marxist
a
Leninist.
billionaire,
He
to
responded to
illegally
the social
sneak their
conditions
child
of his
into this
period.
country, instead
Stalin
of
had
just
to deal
going
with
through the lawful
3
route of
wars.
citizenship.
The
That is
Russian
the
Civil War,
argument
which
you're
was
currently
started
making.
during Lenin's period.
Are you actually
The Russian Civil War was
trying to
actually
say that
3
there
separate
isn't any
wars. It
sort
was
of
the
a
War
route
of the
in the birthright
invasion, the War of the
citizenship model,
Kulaks, and
or
then
the chain
the
migration model?
Trotskyists.
Is that what you're suggesting? This is
And then
all
he had to fight
documented
against the Nazis.
data.
Like, he had to adopt
Okay,
certain policies
so what is
that
your
However, it is a
point?
exactly aligned with
my
Marxism
point
of
is
view.
that you are trying
But
to
also
argue
that's what allowed
that this
people to defeat the
subsection of the
Nazis.
population that makes up maybe 1%
We have to be
of that
pragmatic.
population is indicative of the system.
So
as a
why
whole,
are you
which is
arguing?
not.
Why are you arguing in favor of
That's
this?
not what he
this
did.
Chinese elite?
Just in a
Why are you? So
I'm
you
arguing
continue
in favor of the
defrauding our
other
system.
99%
Why are
of
you
people
arguing in
whose
favor?
children are here and have lives here and therefore need and deserve to be citizens so that they
Yeah, I
can
appreciate the
They already are. We have a birthright citizenship.
Exactly.
There
You're
we
trying
are.
to remove that.
Yes, to avoid fraud.
You
not
just said you think it's a good thing.
There are
And
people
you're not
who
co- you're not
also
even
cross the
cognizant
border
here, so
pregnant
that's
and
pretty
give birth
easy,
here. I named
benchmark.
one. I cited one example. Does
Exactly.
that not happen?
I'm telling
You're
you,
the
the
one
other
who
Does a farmer from
99%.
Oaxaca, does that not happen? That they cross the border, give birth here, and then all of a sudden they get to stay here? That doesn't happen.
I do believe that happens.
Okay, so
but
there
I'm
you
saying
go.
that the
There's
child
another-
of the
there's
farmer in
another
Oaxaca is
example.
not
I'll be back.
guilty of a crime, or it's guilty of a
It's
civil
not
crime.
guilty of
It's
a
a civil
crime.
offense.
Crossing the border is a misdemeanor.
It's a civil offense.
No, overstaying your visa is a civil offense. Crossing the border is a misdemeanor.
In either case, that doesn't result in deportation.
Yes, it does.
And furthermore, like,
Misdemeanor
can we
does.
get back
And
to
the
my?
civil offense and the civil offense.
You're
overstaying
trying
your
to
visa.
dodge my original
No,
point
I'm
at
not.
this point, which
I'm
is
just-
that
you're-
you
you're
believe
making-
that both
you're
you
literally
and I
making
should be
factual-
deported.
You're making factually inaccurate arguments, and you're
not.
trying to draw a distinction that I just literally proved in real time. The example that you brought up about the person from Oaxaca, there are people doing the exact same thing. They're abusing our birthright citizenship.
Well, I'll
system.
say. So you mentioned how the system is broken, right? We have a system that doesn't work. I will
But also
agree with
similar
you
to
on
how
that.
you believe.
I would say that a system that
whether
makes
we
it
have,
so
like,
hard to obtain citizenship that people are willing to
It's not.
traffic their
We're the
children
most generous
illegally
country. We're the
across
most
borders.
generous country in the world when it comes to.
And yet we make it so hard that people will literally break laws to get
We
here.
literally accept over 1 million people every year legally into this country. How many people does Japan accept?
I have not found
400 in a year. We
But it's also
accept
because
more,
America-
we accept more legal immigrants
it's
than
also
any
too black
country in the
Right,
world
and as
by 100
you've
multiplier.
mentioned, that's because immigrants are what this country is. As
No,
you
you
said,
don't think people
you
want
are
to
an
move to
immigrant.
Japan?
I am an
You don't
immigrant.
think
We are
people want to move
both
to Japan?
immigrants.
You don't think people want to move to Japan? You don't think people want to move to
I'm
England,
sure
other
plenty of
countries?
people
France
want
has
to
a
move to
similar
Japan.
system.
However,
you
the
can't just
point-
go to France.
But the point that you're making is that there shouldn't is that our America's acceptance of immigrants is a negative thing.
No, I never
am
said
literally
that. Now you're building a straw man. I never said
Okay,
that.
tell
It's
me-
a negative.
tell me your point in one sentence so I can respond
I
to
said
it.
the birthright citizenship model has to be restructured to avoid fraud as well in the chain migration system, so we can avoid child human trafficking.
Can you
That's
give
my
me an
interest.
example of how you would restructure it? And then I'm going to respond to
Yeah,
that.
I just
and then I'm gonna give
explained.
someone else another chance.
Singaporean model, English model, at least one parent is a citizen. If not, then there's a certain time frame where the child goes through a
So
citizenship
you
requirement
would say
process.
that if a child is born here, right, and both their parents happen to not be citizens, but that one parent is a citizen, and then that parent moves the child, and for whatever reason is unable to complete the paperwork, even if that child has lived in the United States their entire life, they shouldn't be a citizen.
If one parent is a citizen, that means the child is a citizen. That's how it works.
So you are saying that if a child, but your whole point was that if one parent is a citizen, that shouldn't make the child a citizen.
No, that should make that's a Singaporean model.
So you're saying
you're not even hearing what I'm saying, dude.
I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but as I've mentioned, you keep interrupting me, so it's hard to get through your arguments.
No, do you understand how you contradicted yourself?
Can you?
If I'm interrupting you, if I'm explaining my point, you're not listening. The fact I'm interrupting you doesn't mean that you're not. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
So triggered.
It's just my point.
Go look for your fucking chin, dude.
My point about, and again, the ad hominem attacks is just unnecessary.
Well, you gave me an
and
ad
also
hominem.
unfair.
I'm gonna give one back. That's all.
But
are you
look, I
triggered
mean-
by me giving him an ad hominem after you give
I
me
would
one?
just say that it's rude, and there's no reason to
don't
do
fuck
that.
what you think.
Either way, we can get back to the argument at hand because this is an argument. At the end of the day, we're having a discussion.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up, Keith? You're
Hopefully.
You
Yeah,
wanna
hold
tap
on.
in?
I'm gonna just
He's
finish
still
my final
debating,
point,
Keith.
and then you're gonna.
I like your shirt.
You're going in circles right now.
We are going in circles. That's a good point. I wanted to reiterate my first point, and then I'm going to go because that's still going unresponded to. So my point is that in a system in which people, for all of time have come to this nation under circumstances that at the time were not fully legal, as yours, not only as your family did, but as my family
did. Are you familiar
did as well.
with the Hart-Celler Act?
Just let me finish.
Are you? No, because you just said something that's false. Are you familiar with the Hart-Celler Act?
Let me finish my point.
You just said something that's false. No, you said something that's false. Are you familiar with the Hart-Celler Act?
All you have to let me do is
with the Hart-Celler Act?
Explain the act to me.
The act was what ended the immigration moratorium that we had. America went through a period of 40 years where we accepted no immigrants. So what you just said is factually false.
But you're telling me that my family did not come here.
I'm not saying it did
That's
not
exactly
come
what
here.
you're saying. You're
I'm
saying
there was a
moratorium of immigration.
I'm saying there was a period from the late 30s all the way up to 1972, I think, where America took absolutely no immigrants.
And that's completely factually false.
No, it's not. Look up the Hart-Celler Act.
You're telling me America accepted 0 immigrants in the last
Look
60
up the
years?
Hart-Celler Act, dude.
I don't
How
have
are
to
you
look at the
arguing
act to
about this
know
and you don't
that
even know what
America
the
did
Hart-Celler
accept.
Act? How are you arguing about this? You're not even.
Tell me about the Immigration Act of 1924. Tell me exactly. Tell me the rule, like the letter of the law there. There's no point.
There's no. You're not bringing up something irrelevant. Look, listen.
The point that I'm making
you don't
is that
even,
to say
you don't
that
even know.
deporting all
You don't
illegal
even know
aliens
the
is
act that's
a
making
feasible
possible
reality
for
or
immigrants
even
to
a
come into this
productive
country.
measure is not only factually false, but it's going to create a net negative for the American people. And that's my case. I rest it.
How?
Because
There's my
immigrants
case. Zero
provide
data to back
value.
it.
End of story.
Zero data to back it. That's my case.
Hello, Dennis.
How you doing, bro?
So I would like to point out that I think the problem here on both sides is that you guys do not understand the history around the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution specifically was made for people like me who are Black Americans, ethnic Black Americans who descend from the slaves of the U.S. slave trade. But in the year 1898, it was later extended to the children of foreign Chinese nationals. That's why I find it so interesting that you're bringing up Chinese people, because they are, not just Chinese people, like children of foreign nationals in general, are under that citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment that was established in the year 1898. So I think before any of you talk about this topic, you should learn the history, really do the rigorous work of learning the history behind this context. Specifically,
Are you done grandstanding? Are you familiar with a specific wording that is what's being used to just make it? Are you familiar with it? I don't know off the top. Somebody, yeah, you know?
So you
there's a word. There's like 2 different words. I have to look it up. But there's a specific wording in it.
wait.
Are you coming to speak?
I want to learn the wording behind it too.
Let me just, I want to read the exact wording so I'm exact about this because I don't know it off the top.
I want to Hart-Celler Act?
No, the 14th Amendment.
I like the silence.
I know. It's very brief, isn't it? Beautiful. Brief moment.
I appreciate
So this is what established birthright citizenship, and it reversed the Dred Scott decision. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. That's a citizenship clause, right? Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. That's the due process law clause. So all persons are the 2 words that are always in question. It applied to was meant to apply to the children of slaves, because that was an issue. Yeah, but now it's being broadly, exactly. Well, you got birthright regardless then at that point, but it's being applied broadly now, past that point. So that's the issue. That's the legal issue.
So I want you to look up what happened in 1898 when it comes to the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Just do that really quickly. Specifically the Wong versus Ark case. Supreme Court.
I literally just read the part of the 14th Amendment that is in discussion, that people are questioning. That's what they're trying to redefine in the Supreme Court.
Okay, but I want you to do more research. Just look it up. Tell me what that
You want me to read the whole 14th Amendment for you? I'll read the whole thing. Give me the whole 14th
1898 Wong versus Ark case.
Okay, here we
that
go.
That is a very huge part of the 14th Amendment after it was established.
Give me all the words, not just the summary.
They are with God.
Okay, here we go. The 14th Amendment, it's loading. Fuck, there's not gonna be an ad.
I didn't ask for the full words of the 14th Amendment.
Well, we might as well read it since we're here.
Okay, you're not. This is
Okay.
fine. You're not listening.
Section 1, 14th Amendment, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That's also in question, what that jurisdiction is and means. Are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. You want to go to Section 2? It's not for illegals.
Okay.
It's not for illegals, yeah. It's not for people who came here illegally.
Dennis.
Right?
Calm down.
All persons born or naturalized and subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
Dennis. Wait, let me
about this, right?
Wait, calm down. I will literally stand here for the entire night.
What are you saying?
Until you look up what I actually looked up. The 1898 Wong versus Art case.
Okay, Wong, 1898 Wong.
The context of the
1898 Wong versus what case?
Wong versus Art case when it comes to the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Look it up.
Wong, no cold case. Talking about 1898 precedent now. United States versus Wong Kim Ark. This is what you were just mentioning, where it was extended to Chinese nationals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the law does
point.
support children of foreign nationals being born in the 14th Amendment if they are born on U.S. soil.
Yeah, but what's in discussion is that specific part that I told you.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is that, so I think both you and the other guy previous to me, you were saying that Donald Trump or that the current administration is trying to end birthright citizenship. No, they are trying to reinterpret it because because the Trump administration is
They're trying to repeal specifically because of that wording in Section 1.
Okay, we're not going to get anywhere if you don't listen. Okay, so the Trump administration is part of the executive branch of the U.S. government. The executive branch cannot change or amend the U.S. Constitution. Only the Congress can, I think.
Okay, so it comes
out
out
past the executive to them.
So you cited a legal precedent. A legal precedent can be reviewed and overturned by the Supreme Court, and that's what they're doing. He issued an executive order to pause that. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. At the Supreme Court, they're going to decide what the meaning of those words mean, and thus you'll have a new interpretation. So there will be a new precedent.
Exactly.
Thus a new application of the law.
That is what they're doing. So stop saying, oh, they're trying to end the 14th Amendment or end birthright citizenship.
I didn't say they're trying to end the 14th Amendment. I said, yes, this is part of an effort to end birthright citizenship.
That's not what they're doing.
I didn't say they're repealing the 14th Amendment.
Birthright citizenship. They're trying to reinterpret it.
Yes, that's the technical way. But
during these
once that's done, birthright is going to be over, basically.
For certain people, not
for however they decide it's supposed to be applied.
And yes, you said this is very technical. Yes, you have to be precise when talking about this stuff. So
no, I get it. But we were talking about things broadly. You can talk about things broadly and specifically. We're talking about other things specifically, not this. How they're trying to maneuver to overturn it. We were talking about a system that could replace it, and we were also talking about the issues around it. So now we defined it. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah. Xander has something to say. I'll just let him say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, really quickly.
Oh, what are you going to cry about now?
You mentioned a moratorium on immigration in the 30s?
Hart-Celler Act overturned it.
Yeah. Was it a moratorium on immigration completely?
I don't think it was fully completely, but yeah,
you did say that earlier. That it was a full immigration moratorium. So
you did say that.
So are you going to stand by that, or are you just going to change? Because that is what you guys do.
Hey, you know what? I may have made a statement that was a blanket, broad statement. I don't think it was. Did the Hart-Celler Act reopen immigration? Was there a pause in immigration?
There was not a pause in immigration.
Okay, so what happened? Explain that. Since you're going to fact check me. Say it.
There was a limit placed on immigration.
Oh, okay, so that's what I was referencing. So
that's not what you were referencing. You did not reference that. You said that it was a moratorium on immigration. Do you know what moratorium means?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Define how much immigration went down. You're going to fact check me, have the numbers.
Well, it actually favored Europeans, but also during this period, the Bracero program was put into effect, which brought laborers.
That's not what I asked. I asked how much
there was a moratorium on immigration.
Bro, how much did immigration go down?
Do you know?
I'm asking you.
You're the one who's
You're
coming
here.
on my campus.
You're here to fact check me right now. Tell me how much it went down.
I did fact check you.
Exactly.
I caught you in a lie. You said that it was a
wasn't a
moratorium.
lie. People.
So tell me.
I stated something
Tell
broadly.
me.
It looked like
I stated something broadly.
Dennis, stop crying. Tell me. Why was this hypothetical moratorium on immigration important to you? Why was it significant?
Because the Hart-Celler Act reopened immigration. That's what I was referencing.
And what were you trying to say about the Hart-Celler Act opening immigration? Like, why was that significant? The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what's
again? Are you going to tell me how much immigration went down during that 40-year period?
I don't have
or are you just going to?
I don't have
to. Oh, so he's just going to partially.
You're the one on my campus.
He's going to come up here, grandstand, say you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, and then not even have the full facts.
You're the one who lied. You're the one who said that there was a moratorium.
I didn't lie.
All I have to prove.
All
I had to prove is that there was no moratorium on immigration.
You're just proving you're a fucking faggot. That's what
you lied to the people here,
dude.
Okay, now you're doing the ad hominem attacks. I thought you hated those, bro.
No, I don't. I like
you got caught in a lie.
I use them all the time.
You lied. Can you admit to that you lied?
I didn't lie. I
you said there was a moratorium and there wasn't.
I stated
that
something
is called
broadly.
a lie.
It's called a lie?
That's called a lie. When you say
so
there's
you're
a moratorium
telling me
on something,
that if I ask you a fact right now that you don't know and you just state something else,
it wasn't a fact that you didn't know. It was a fact that you stated.
Nobody has ever misstated anything in their lives. They never misremembered. It's always like a malicious lie.
You're lying maliciously. That is what you were doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes. So if you want to, you can admit that you were wrong.
I did. I admitted I was wrong, and I literally allowed you to come up here and fact check me, but you're still being a faggot about it.
Okay. So you admit you were wrong. That there was no moratorium on immigration at any point.
Do you want me to keep saying it?
And therefore, the Hart-Celler
is that going to appease your ego? Are you going to go and go to sleep at night knowing that I said that you
did not reopen immigration because it was never closed. Can you admit that?
You literally said that it reduced immigration.
Yeah, it reduced it. It didn't close it.
How much?
I don't know how much it had.
So if you're going to fact check me, have all the facts.
I know that it's prevented
I want to
immigration
know how
from
much
Asia.
it reduced. I want to know how much.
Why are you doing this? Why do you care?
What? Because I want to know.
It doesn't matter how much specifically it was reduced.
Here, I'll just pull it up myself.
Go ahead, pull it up. You can have it.
Also, he was using that statement to talk about the Hart-Celler. Obviously, he misspoke.
He misspoke.
And he has to be honest about what he actually said.
He is. He said he misspoke. And he's saying he's lying. There's difference in misspeaking and lying.
Hey, he did this yesterday. He said, pull up this study about climate change written by this doctor. She says that's not real. The study says it is real, and then he refused to say anything about it.
A few days ago,
I wasn't here, so I'm not going to count.
A few days ago, he mentioned.
You're literally accusing me of lying, and you're not even doing.
Just advertising.
Oh, thanks. So pulled up 2025.
Well, yeah.
I'm talking about the 30s.
Okay. You didn't actually talk about the 30s. You said between the 30s and the 60s, when the Hart-Celler Act was passed.
Okay, so this is it. So it reduced from 280,000 a year to 23,000 a year. For several years during the Depression, more people officially left the United States than arrived. It was net negative migration.
Okay.
That's what.
Still not a moratorium.
That's not
net negative migration is basically a moratorium. Are you kidding me?
Basically a moratorium?
There are more people leaving the country than entering the country? That's not migration, dude. Do you know how that works? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Are you doing great replacement theory right now?
I'm citing historical fact of what happened in the 30s.
What is a moratorium? Define a moratorium.
Again, I said I misspoke. I'm telling you right now that there was negative net migration. Do you understand what that is?
I
more
understand.
people left the country. I'm explaining it to you right now. More people left the country than entered. That's not migration, dude.
That is literally migration, though. Like, I don't understand how you can say that it is.
Consular officials denied visas to almost anyone without significant independent wealth or guaranteed job. This resulted in a 90% reduction in issued visas for some countries within just 2 months.
He's a little disappointed. I can tell by his face.
He misspoke. There's a difference.
Yeah, he's
so it went overall.
I misspeak all the time.
Yeah, if he misspoke,
it went overall.
Like
it went overall from 200. It went overall from 280,000 immigrants to 609,000.
Dennis, I think you should stick with making videos about Jojo Siwa. Define moratorium for me.
He's gonna stick to that word because he thinks that's like the.
Yeah, you use the word, dipshit. Define it.
Again,
what is a moratorium?
It's a stop. It's a stop on everything.
So was there a stop on migration?
Clearly, there was a huge reduction, and I'm explaining it to you, and you're not wanting to hear it.
That's a no. That's
What's
a no,
the
Dennis.
definition of what?
Name calling is
Good one, man.
No, actually, though, what is it? Misspoke, but you're just saying he's lying, which is a.
Well, now he keeps blubbering, trying to defend himself.
No,
So,
I'm literally citing the
moratorium.
facts.
So you're saying moratorium is a stop.
I am citing.
And then you said that there was no stop to immigration.
Again,
therefore,
you're choosing to hyper-focus on a word because the facts don't back what you're saying.
This isn't your YouTube channel. Therefore, there was no moratorium on immigration, and therefore the Hart-Celler Act did not reopen it as if it were closed.
No, it did reopen.
It expanded upon it.
Okay, so I'm gonna cite a piece of data. Take a second to hear it, and then tell me if you understand how that works.
Dennis, cite your data.
So it went from 280,000 people a year to 6,900 a year.
I thought you said 20,000.
And 90%. Well, that was at first. In 5 years,
so it was 20,000, not 6,000.
No, I have the data right in front of me, dude.
You said 20,000 at first. And now you're bringing it down to 6,000, so that means you're lying again.
I didn't bring it down. Jesus Christ.
Dennis.
It says it right here. Look, can I read this for you again, or are you just going to keep filibustering?
By all means, Dennis.
Annual immigration plummeted from roughly 280,000 in 1929 to just 23,000 by 1933. But from 1931 to 1940, it was 6,900 per year.
Why are we talking about those specific years?
Because this kept going for 40 years. It wasn't just a 5-year thing. The Hart-Celler Act was in 1972. Okay,
so there's still no moratorium.
That was a 90% reduction in issued visas for some countries within just a few months. So again, you're nitpicking a word. I was highlighting a broader thing.
Yeah,
I was speaking
the word
broadly.
is moratorium. That's a very specific word.
Again,
that's not a broad term.
I misused the word. I misused the word. Now,
Thank you.
Now, can you admit that there was a significant drop in immigration? That's what the point is.
I mean, there was a drop in immigration, but there were still more immigrants coming in than
Literally no, because there was net migration, negative migration.
People were leaving. More people were leaving than they were coming in.
Yeah,
so
that's not negative migration.
That's his point he's trying to make. And again, you're trying to say he's lying. He just misspoke.
He spent the last how long
because you continued
5 minutes
to say he was lying, defaming him, which he was not.
He has lied. I mean, I remember 2 days ago you gave me a study for climate change. Do you remember what study you gave me, or you gave my friends here?
I was citing Judith Curd.
And Judith Curd, you said she doesn't believe in climate change.
No, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what
I said. You're.
And then guess what? We looked up the study, and she said she believes in climate change.
I never said that.
And then this little coward decided to slime away and go talk about some shirts about Kanye with some guy.
What are you talking about?
I have it on video, brother.
I slimed away?
Yeah, I mean, you are a pretty slimy guy. Like, look at that hair.
I'm a slimy guy?
Yeah, you got the Hitler Youth cut going on. Yeah, you're pretty slimy.
Says the communist.
Good one. Those are two different things. Two different things, brother.
Doesn't make you any better.
Oh, sure. Anyway, I just wanted to show everybody how much of a
you got drunk Uncle Swagger, dude. You ever notice that? You got drunk Uncle Swagger?
First you say
Are you gonna go molest your niece? What are you
first
getting
you say I look like Chris Hemsworth.
Hey, button up that fucking top.
First you say I look like Chris Hemsworth. Now you say I have swagger.
Nobody wants to
are
see
you
your
hitting on me?
chest,
Dennis,
dude.
are you hitting on me? Dennis,
this guy wants to go
why
to
are you hitting on
I can
me?
do this all day.
You said I look like Chris Hemsworth today, and then you
no,
said
I didn't say you
I
look
got
like.
swagger.
I didn't say you look like Chris Hemsworth. I said you look like Fat Thor. I said you look like Fat Thor. You look like Elvis Presley 5 seconds before he died on a toilet.
No, please, keep derailing your own event. Please.
I'm not derailing it. You want to do ad hominems.
What else
do this all day.
What do you have to say about the sideburns? What do you think about this?
What do you think, in the 1970s? I don't know.
Good one. Do I think I'm in the 1970s? Damn. He cooked me.
I mean,
he cooked me so fucking
you wanted me to talk about your sideburns. I don't care about your sideburns. I'm looking at you as a whole.
Alright, I got a question. So,
you want to take it? Yeah, I feel like I've been hogging.
Christ is king, right? Jesus is king. Okay, so what do you think about this? Matthew 25:35. For I was hungry and you gave me food, but I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. Matthew 25:40. Truly I tell you, whatever you did to the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So how does that line up with deporting?
Are you happy? You said I should go up and talk.
You did.
Yeah, are you proud of me?
Well, you made an effort.
Yeah.
And now you're going right back to this stupid shit again.
Oh yeah, always.
You would do a better job going up there and continue speaking than doing this.
I'm good, man. I don't think they wanted me.
You're wasting your time with this.
So wait, if we close the border and we seal and stop illegal immigration, we can have a good process to help people come through, for one. And for two, I think we can actually help more people if we stop illegal immigration, because we can actually help people who are homeless in this country.
What brings you here today? Nothing?
Oh! I saw a camera. I like to stand in front of cameras.
Like stand in front of cameras?
Sorry guys to take up the mic time, but while we got a big crowd, does anyone have a vape I could hit by chance?
I guess not.
Alright, but why does it matter if someone's documented or
Yeah,
because, like,
it's true.
Dude, obviously, if we're gonna close the border, then if we want to help people, then increase legal immigration en masse, dude. Like, because we bomb all these.
But then we'll just allow those low quality people in.
We bomb all these countries with our military.
Yeah, low quality people. Yeah.
What people are low quality?
The illegal immigrants coming from these countries.
Which countries?
What's their quality?
Like why are they low quality?
No, like what's their quality?
No quality.
Illegal votes.
Is it no quality or low quality?
Illegal votes. That's what their
Why are they
quality
low
is.
quality?
Illegal votes.
Commit higher crimes.
Illegal
Not as good at working. Not as good at civilizations. That is.
Actually, legal residents of the United States commit more crimes than illegal.
They're working
That is the FBI's own data. And I don't even like the FBI. It's crazy.
Detention centers.
Because it's hurting more people in the U.S. than it is benefiting society. It's trying to benefit as many people as possible, which is the goal you're talking about.
It's really, they commit less crimes than U.S. citizens. It's really not, like, hurting us in any way. If anything, make them citizens, dude. If they've been here, they're working, they're, you know.
We can make them citizens if they come through properly, because we need a vetting system to make sure we let
Okay,
people.
so grab them off the street, throw them in detention centers.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, okay.
We need a vetting system so we can vet and taking people who are good people, who don't have corrupt souls, who aren't going to murder and rape and kill.
It takes like 20 years, dude.
No, it does not. There's a girl over here who wants to keep here in 10 months.
But in many countries, it takes so long, dude. Why do you think they resort to coming here, like, through the...
Because we're taking in so many people, for one, and for two, when there's illegals pouring through the border, the immigration judges can't focus solely on naturalization, but focus on deportation. So if we didn't have to focus on deportation,
but we
focus on
deportation. That's a 360 camera.
Yeah, try to cover all three.
Let's just have them debate. Let's have them debate. Come on.
Dennis, why don't you come help me cover them?
That's what it does.
We did a pretty good job a couple days ago covering your cameras.
Maybe we should play the JoJo Siwa
Wait, what about
reviews.
your old YouTube videos? You play your old JoJo Siwa YouTube videos with your cat earphones?
Do you still have the cat earphones?
I actually do want those cat earphones. I'd wear that shit. I'd wear your cat earphones.
You don't like
I would like to know.
It's kind of strange that these people are so obsessed with videos they used to make 5 years ago.
I was 10 years old way back when.
You're still acting like a 10-year-old today, actually.
Oh my god. He cooked you. He cooked you.
Did he get me?
You're still acting like a 10 years old right now.
A 10 years old?
You look at what you're doing here.
Why does he only have
And you're telling me to get a life. Okay.
What are you doing?
No, yeah.
Standing there, you know they could cut that out, right?
Oh, yeah.
So then what the hell are you doing? You got no point. There's no point in doing that.
I feel like if there's no
They're
point in
gonna
doing
cut
it, you wouldn't
out. Why are
care.
you standing there?
You keep saying that. I feel like if it was, they didn't make any point. It would make any
It
difference.
doesn't. It's not going to make a
I feel like you wouldn't be saying shit. If it's not going to make a point, if it's not going to make a point, then stop talking to me. If it's not making a point, stop talking to me.
Yeah, remember that?
You're fake, right?
That can cut that out. It's no point. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to see it.
You keep saying this. You keep talking to me.
I am.
And you keep saying there's no point. You keep saying there's no point, but if there was really no point, then I don't think you'd be saying this shit to me.
Go up there and make a
Racial
point.
profiling people, throwing them into detention centers. Like, is that Christ-like, dude?
No, it's Christ-like to like hold these people accountable because
Yes.
they came in illegally.
What do you mean hold them accountable? Dude, their lives were destroyed back home. They come in here.
By America. By America.
Exactly. By America. Right?
Okay, so if a murderer wants a better life, or a rapist or anything wants a better life, but then they don't get justice for the crime that they committed.
You claim to care about
but then they
rapists,
just, like, had a
but
bad
I mean,
life,
you are
is that
supporting a
okay?
pedophile, so.
Dude, no, like Trump is a rapist, bro. What are you talking about? These people are all rapists. They commit
Allegedly.
crimes that...
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's not alleged, dumbass. You know what that means?
Well, rape in that case of a lot of the like
Nah, bro,
crimes
why
that
are
were
you
against
defending this
Trump.
guy,
A lot of
bro?
the crimes were against
Trump
Trump.
is named in the Epstein files more than Jesus is in the Bible, bro. Like, why are you defending this guy?
Why are you comparing Trump to Jesus? Like,
Okay, no,
let's
but
keep
I'm
them separate.
All right, yeah, let's keep it separate. But like, dude, if Jesus was here, he'd fucking flip your table right now, dude.
I don't think he would say fucking either. Like, that's
Dude,
un-Christ-like
yeah,
too.
because if I was Jesus, I would flip your table. I wouldn't say shit.
Well, that
like,
good thing you're not Jesus.
Why are you defending this? Like, why are you defending hatred against the foreigner, hatred against strangers, and people coming in?
Well, if you call it hatred, it's against.
It is hatred.
It's undiscriminatory. It's illegal aliens. It could be someone from Europe too. Like, I don't know what you're saying here.
It could be somebody from Europe too.
Okay, yeah. Let's get.
Jesus did say in the Bible to follow all local laws.
Are you gonna put up the ISIS flag and like try that whole thing too in front of the camera? That's not gonna demonetize us. Like.
Let's get down to business.
That's a good song.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but like you can't hear it anymore.
Oh, the mic's not on?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
It sounds like it's still on.
So why do you like say that we don't have jobs, but like you guys are literally here during like working hours?
Because we don't have jobs.
We're
dumbass.
students.
We're students.
This is where we're supposed to be during working hours.
Oh, so you don't have to pay for tuition because your
We
parents
gotta pay
are.
tuition.
Because your parents pay for it. Okay. Oh no? So how do you pay?
Fucking loans, idiot. Do you know what those are?
Jewish. Sounds like you're an idiot for taking loans.
Jewish
We're looking you over. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's great, man.
Generational debt.
Uh-huh.
Look it up. AI's gonna kill half your job.
And generational aura loss too. Don't forget that one, Dennis.
Yeah.
Don't film me! Don't film me! I'm gonna melt! Come on. History's gone.
It's too funny.
What?
I'm gonna steal you. You're taking history, right?
I'm gonna sue.
You want to get a job in that?
Sure.
Well, Wikipedia's got it and AI's gone, so you're done. You're done.
Okay, just so you know, like, that won't be played anyway. But, yeah, so what do you...
There's no copyright on short form content.
Yeah, there's no copyright on that, so... Honestly,
How are you talking about copyright?
Thanks for giving us music and editing.
I'm glad that you know what copyright law is, you know? Because, like, obviously, that's the most important thing to you here.
Bro, that was good.
You're making money off of debating students, right? And then you're talking about like, oh, you guys are
Hey, don't touch
unemployed.
our property, please. Don't touch our property.
I'm not touching it.
No, you were.
You want to come over here and
You don't have property.
No, you were.
You're saying that we're unemployed, right? And you're fucking just sitting.
No, I'm not talking about the current stage. Are you gonna stop a black man from speaking?
Stop. That's racist.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh,
Why do you want to
shit,
hear
I
their
just noticed. That's so true. Hold on, can I say something?
Why do all three of you have the same haircut? Holy shit, I just noticed.
You mean
the only difference is he's got a Mexican mustache. But all three of you have the
Why do
same
all three of
haircut.
you have the same Nazi
You have amazing object permanent skills, Dennis. You're gonna win your bid. You're gonna win Glendale. You're gonna win Pasadena. Everyone's gonna love you. You're gonna succeed.
No, the emo haircut went out of style 2 years ago.
Is it
I
back
don't know too many more emos.
Yeah.
I thought you were in the
should be able to be heard. Yeah. We'll try to get it so it amplifies too.
I have to know how you're gonna win Silver Lake. Pasadena, Glendale. I have to know.
There we go. We're good.
You need to whoever's writing your website too. Like they're using AI. Not a lot of it. I don't know. There's like one hyperlink with sources. There's so many I'm dashes. Like,
Most jobs are being eliminated.
Oh, we're good. I got it.
Okay, check. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're back. We're so back.
Okay,
We are so back.
I'm opposed to deporting all illegal immigrants.
Yes, we
You're
know
like
this.
wasting hours of your time for like an extra 3 minutes of editing.
Federal laws, there are a range of federal laws that are largely under-enforced. This is true of federal marijuana.
By the way,
laws.
they have like
This is true of a range
6,
of
7
federal
camera
laws.
angles.
I'm in favor of a regime where immigration restrictions are under-enforced, where to the extent that one commits violent crimes, they face risk of deportation, and to the extent that one doesn't commit violent crimes.
So what's the point here?
I mean,
This is your fourth time coming up today. Let's get to the points quicker, please.
Yeah, so-
Like, respectfully.
Yeah, so the point is, I think that it's morally wrong.
Respectfully, you're like retarded up here, okay? Like, let's do something. You're covering nothing. Like, do you realize that? You go to a nice college.
Even recorded.
Is that why you keep bringing it up?
why is it flashing?
Yeah, like quite
It only
literally.
records that we press.
Because so it doesn't bother you.
No.
So why do you keep
Well,
bringing it
does
up?
this bother you?
It's
Why do you keep bringing it
Clearly
up?
it does.
So it doesn't record.
Great, man.
It doesn't save unless.
So okay, but it's still okay if I'm standing here.
I mean, I don't care.
Okay.
You're kind. I'd rather not you stand there because it's not a pretty sight. But
Maybe you two should just keep talking to just like
yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah,
because we want to hear it too.
Yeah, no, exactly. She's like,
He's gonna
just
do what he
please,
wants to do.
you know, you don't have to be selfish, but
She didn't even
So,
assume that
one thing I'd be curious to hear,
yeah,
what do you think about the
Dennis did assume last
deportations
time.
of largely
You're doing a little
non-violent?
better than this guy over here.
I'm trying to hear it. Well, I don't think the deportations are necessarily contingent on just them being violent, right?
Well,
It's
sorry,
because they.
well, I wasn't-
Be more efficient,
I was asking, what do you think of the deportations
love
to the
telling me to
Seacon
go other
torture
places.
prison
Like, if this
in
isn't
El
doing
Salvador?
anything, I think you should
It's
shut it
That has
down.
a range of
It's a
documented,
pointless
quite serious human rights
These guys were wearing the
abuses.
same clothes for the last week.
Are you opposed to that?
He was wearing the same thing
Opposed
yesterday.
to human rights
Yeah, at least
abuses.
you had stains on your shirt yesterday.
I did because I dropped Red Bull on it.
Non-violent illegal immigrants to
Brother,
the
the only
Seacon prison
same
in
thing
El
I'm wearing is
Salvador.
my jacket.
Yes, this is the main point.
Great
is
object
like
permanence,
they
brother.
broke a law
Great
coming into the
object permanence.
country. It doesn't matter what type of crime. It's still breaking
Why
the
don't you
law.
start a communist network or something?
Yeah,
Don't do
Okay, so do
something
people under 18
productive.
have the same rights as
You do
anyone
something
else?
productive.
I
I don't
am.
really
No, you're
care
not.
about
Yes, I
answering that 'cause
am.
That doesn't matter.
I'm making
It doesn't matter
content.
if the
That is not productive.
It is.
No, it isn't.
It is.
It does not serve society in any meaningful
Oh,
way.
it does.
How so?
It's called information. People get to see how you're
So,
acting
do you think
and being
illegal immigrants should
inefficient,
have
as
the
well as this
exact
whole
same
meeting
rights
here.
as U.S. citizens?
That's how it's productive.
Okay. Whatever you say, brother.
I mean, well, so
And I guarantee you, your job is already
like the
eliminated.
regime treated.
All you got to do is look up Wikipedia for anything historical. It's all up there. You're already
You're
out
getting
the
all your
door.
information from Wikipedia?
Yeah.
You're dumber than you look.
Ah, yeah, that's a millions of. If it's so dumb, why does it work? Why do people use it?
Because it's easy.
Exactly, and people use it.
It's also
So
inaccurate.
why don't they go to you then? They're
They
not
do.
going to go to you. They're going to go online.
Correct.
Your job's already eliminated.
Like, you know the difference between a subject and a citizen, right?
You guys look like brothers.
I don't know exactly what the distinction between subject and citizen.
I'll give you an example. Like, a subject is somebody who's under 18 because they haven't earned the right to vote or they haven't earned the
Okay,
right
so if you're just
to
asking
drink
what-
alcohol or serve in the military or stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So you support quite zealous actions on immigration that involve supporting many tens of millions of people who are here
Like
illegally.
north of 6 million people, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd love to
that's
deport all of them.
That would be, it would be significantly costly to the taxpayer in order to carry out all these deportations. It would involve making the lives of millions of people vastly worse by sending them back to nations where their quality of life is lower.
know we're all in
So
the
the question is,
files.
what is the benefit of this that's remotely commensurate with a massive cost both for Americans and for the illegal immigrants themselves?
Well, I think the taxpayer benefit would be that it's American citizens that are buying in and assimilating to our country, our culture, our economy, all of that. They don't have prerequisite interests in another country, right? Where family members are working in America and then sending American money and currency that is worth way more back to their country, that has way more increased buying power in their nation, right? That's just as bad as billionaires from America going to another country and exploiting those people. Yeah, it absolutely is. It's the same exploitation.
No, it's not.
I think that remittances are an enormously good thing. They allow people who are here to send money back home legally, which allows people who live in desperately poor countries where their quality of life is low to have some spending money to improve the quality.
So that's the common denominator, is just improving something, even if it's slightly. Because that's all you seem to care about. Is, oh, well, we have to allocate this to there to slightly improve this because that's
no,
our
I mean, it's
job.
not slight improvement. 800 million people receive remittances. They make up about 5%.
800 million, that's a big number.
They make up about 5% of the GDP of developing countries. So that's not like a trivial amount,
Like the amount of money?
So it's a trivial.
I mean, I quite frankly don't care about people of other nations if they're coming here illegally, and the first thing they do, is break American laws. Like, how is that an act of good faith onto our people, even if it's a civil offense?
Look very closely. Is anything? Actually, yeah, no, come closer. Like, he's a little bit afraid. I just want him to.
That's not their first act of being in the country. Yeah, sure.
What brings you here today? What brings you here today at the debate for Off the Record and Writing? What brings you here today?
I love Amy Winehouse. I just want to share share the gifts of Amy Winehouse.
Thank you for the support of the trans community.
So,
Yes, Amy Winehouse is a beautiful,
I assume you would you support throwing everyone who has smoked marijuana in their life in jail, even though it's illegal under federal law?
Wait, what did you say though?
I don't know. He's
Well,
not. He
those
doesn't.
people didn't come from a different country, so
He's
why
not-
would we
he
do
can't
this
project.
deportation act?
He
Because they
doesn't know how
were
to project very
imported
well.
from.
He's not. He's not great.
I didn't ask if they should be deported. I was asking if you think they should be thrown in jail.
If they should still be in jail?
I'm sorry. What? Why don't you tell me?
There are many.
Why don't you come closer and project like a real man?
Have smoked
Apparently you
marijuana.
don't have to, and your pants are cropped off like that.
We love the support. We love the support of
Despite
the
it being
trans
against
community.
federal law.
I love Amy Winehouse.
Like, do I support them being?
I just want to share the gift of Amy
prison for it?
Winehouse.
I don't think this is a hard question.
With this
Do you
young
think
fellow here.
that would you be?
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's music in my ears.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's beautiful sound.
So, could you repeat it again?
Yeah, the question
If you want to
is,
answer the
question is, would you support jailing every person who's broken federal marijuana laws?
So what's the sentence for it?
I am the student.
Because a lot of times it's the 3-strike rule, right?
And he I don't know exactly how long the penalties are. I think
Because there were laws passed after the marijuana, like, I guess, not issue in America, but the,
under federal law.
I don't care about your editing skills or whatever. You do that. That's your business.
Yeah, but a lot of times you get out of that penalty because there's a 3 strikes rule, which was actually created by President
All right, guys,
Biden.
this is Riley Neiman. We're doing a political debate here at UCLA, and these liberals right here. Look at her. She likes to play music in our ear. Must be some type of mental illness.
Music in our ear.
Sure.
I'm such a little coward. They like to play music in our ear. Oh. They're blocking the camera. They're messing with the microphones.
You block a big amount of things.
I know. Oh, yeah. That is kind of my point.
Wait, but Dennis said that this is an
Not 360. You're not that big, sir.
Yeah.
You know, you could get close to it. I mean, he could probably block about 210 degrees of that. Of how big he is, right?
Yeah,
He's
sure.
overweight, almost obese, but
Yeah. For you.
not quite 360. Anyway, yeah, I would just say with the illegal problem.
But so if you agree that it's not the case that everybody who smoked marijuana or who has a fake ID, having a fake ID is a felony. If you think, look, it's not the case that all those people should be thrown in jail, then you agree that there are a range of federal laws that ought to be under-enforced. Now, I similarly think, look, if you...
Yeah, because there's also the discretion of law enforcement, right? They don't enforce 100% of things, but you still have to have a moral
that is
system to actually
that
enforce
is
them.
precisely my position with respect to immigration. I think there are cases where immigration laws are worth enforcing, and I think, like a range of other laws, it ought to be under-enforced.
You know what's funny is this guy has one life here on this earth, and he's gonna spend it obsessing over Donald Trump.
Being a pedophile?
Like,
yeah.
in his headspace. That's extremely sad. That's concerning almost.
Wait,
that Donald Trump is a pedophile? Very concerning.
Of things that are concerning. So one thing, there was a 60 Minutes episode about this, and it was well documented that the U.S. sent largely non-violent people to an El Salvadoran torture dungeon called CCOT. Do you think that was immoral? Are you opposed to that? And do you think it's concerning that the Trump administration sent innocent people to a torture dungeon?
Well, do you think it would be fair for me to answer that if I don't know all the details of that story?
Okay, so you just don't know the facts of the case. Okay, I'd recommend reading about it.
You probably know more facts than I do, so on general, but I believe my opinion carries some weight with those facts as well. You just tend to give a lot of facts, but not actually give context to them, like logical context.
So what are
you have to interpret data. You have to interpret studies as well.
I agree with that. So what are the things that you feel I didn't provide adequate context for? Huh? What are the things you feel I didn't provide adequate context for?
Just a lot of stuff besides just these buzzwords, jargoning,
no, but just
straw
be specific.
manning.
Which are the things that I said that you think lacked adequate concepts, rather than naming
a lot of stuff with the marijuana laws that didn't really have to do with illegal immigration.
Don't just say, well, what a stuff, but
like the marijuana stuff. Yeah, specifically that.
What about the marijuana stuff?
Like, do I support that everybody be thrown in jail immediately because they smoked marijuana once in their life? And it's just straw manning.
How can a question be straw manning? Straw manning is you misrepresent what the other guy's saying. I was asking you a question.
Yeah, because you misrepresented what I said before, so you pivoted.
What is the point that I pivoted away from?
Immigration. A lot of illegal immigrants do smoke weed though because they're degenerate and lazy most of the time. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't agree with that, but
I do. There's a lot of studies that show it. You just choose not to read
there's a
them.
lot of studies that show that illegal immigrants are by and large degenerate and lazy.
Well, that intake marijuana, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people.
camera. Don't touch my
And by the way,
don't touch
I think a lot of people intake
a lot of federal studies can't investigate certain things because it's illegal in nature. They can't do a lot of studies on illegal immigrants in the same way that marijuana can't be studied because it's against federal law in a way.
Yeah, so it's true. It's true that it.
So do we have adequate numbers or real information on illegal immigrants? No, technically
no.
not.
I mean, actually, Texas collects. They
always thought of
that.
Do you trust Texas to do those studies? That's the question.
I trust Texas to accurately verify if people are giving and you can compare.
You haven't even here, guys. This is what the liberals do. They try to shut us down. They do not want open debate. They do not want open debate. They would rather shoot us in the neck than have open discussion.
They'd rather do this than have open discussion. They're blocking our cameras with our pedophile president.
Yep. Look at that. That's the left, everybody. America, this is the left. They are retarded, okay? Like I said, retarded.
Hey, it's backwards, by the way. Anyway.
That's like 500 kgs right now.
We have Sage from Valorant here.
But definitely more than his, because his YouTube
We have Sage from Valorant here today.
Yeah, JoJo Siwa just not popular.
Sorry, yeah, go back to making JoJo Siwa videos.
This is kind of retarded, guys. Let's just not do this.
It seems like we've stopped the debate, though. We're doing a pretty good job of shutting down.
Yeah, you're trying to shut down a Jewish voice? Are you anti-Semitic?
Yeah, why are you anti-Semitic? He is a Jewish man, and you're trying to
What was that
silence
thing you
him here
said?
on
What is that
campus.
thing you said about Jewish people?
You're anti-Semitic.
What was that thing you said about
anti-Semitic?
Hey, get back to the debate. Get back to the debate.
Are you triggered right now?
Very bad boy. You're very anti-Semitic, young lady. You're very anti-Semitic.
He's very triggered. We've been
You're very anti-Semitic.
Very triggered.
You're very anti-Semitic. Did you know that for every Jew that dies, it's the equivalent to 22
His pants are cropped very strangely. They're cropped very, all of them.
It's very anti-Semitic of you to block him.
Your pants are cropped very strangely. You need to go get them recropped.
I'm not doing a Trump impression. It's a Jewish impression. Go to the tailor. You just think back that it's a New York accent.
It's a Jewish impression.
It's a New York. It's a New York. It's a New York.
What do you mean? What do you mean a Jew? What do you mean a Jew? What do you mean?
A New York Jew. That's what I was doing. That's very nice. All right, guys. So.
The sun goes down. He takes the day.
Fredder, just stand there. Careful. Careful. You have a full coverage? Yeah, we have full coverage. All right, what's up?
Now he can see you.
Okay.
Beautiful ballerina.
I forget exactly where we were. I'd be happy to talk about the Christianity thing.
Strider. What's up? Stand here. Strider, come on over here to this spot of public land, please.
Oh yeah.
Please come on over to this.
Sorry,
if you restrict somebody on public land.
This is actually my camera.
All right, what's up, man? This is what the left.
This is what the left has
made us resort
to. So
we were talking about abortion earlier, and so.
Wait, his pants actually don't look so bad.
What? Okay.
Why are you looking at it?
So I want to ask, what makes it morally wrong about killing a baby? Why should we not kill a newborn baby? I just want to figure out your morality real quick.
Yeah, so I think it's wrong to violate rights, and it's wrong to deprive people of future welfare, and so those both count against killing a newborn baby.
Okay, so it's wrong to deprive someone of their future welfare, like their future life, in human experience.
Yeah.
Okay, does that same characteristic also not apply to a fetus of any stage of development?
I think it applies to a late stage fetus, so I agree.
But why not an early stage? Does an early stage fetus also not have an entire life ahead of them?
No, because we have to.
Really?
So we have to be. It's important to be clear on what sorts of things we are. So if what you think we are essentially is a biological organism, then it would be true that the fetus was continuous with the later person. But if you think what we are is a mind, then it's not that the fetus is the same person.
I'm gonna call Chet on you. I'm gonna call Chet on you guys.
Later,
Chet, he's over there watching us right now. He shut you guys down a couple weeks ago.
One more time.
Because you guys had a table up in Broome Plaza.
I've never been here before.
Yeah.
People are.
The reason you guys are over here and not in Broome Plaza is because of the one and only.
Because of what?
Because of Chet.
I don't know who that is, bro.
Alright, what's up? You guys are trying to, hey, what's your solution for us then? If we're going to be voting this way and running the country this way, what is your solution if it's not civil discussion? Tell me.
Obviously, you need some education.
No, what is your,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, what is it? What is it?
I just said
What's
education.
your solution?
I just said education, yeah.
You're going to force that upon us? Why don't we debate about education right now? Hop on the mic. Let's talk about education.
You're a communist.
No, you're good.
Why
Then
don't you
what's
tell us
your
how you
solution?
can handle it? How do communists handle it? Yeah, communists right here, right?
Yeah,
right?
you know what the
They're
left
communists,
does?
right?
The left kills. They kill babies, they kill families, they kill the American dream, they kill people who disagree with them.
Brother, your president is a pedophile. So
Really?
Shut the fuck up.
Show me evidence of this.
It's in the files.
Okay.
You just gotta look it up.
What if I say Vladimir Lenin is a pedophile? There's
there any
accusations,
evidence?
look it up. There's accusations, look it up.
Is there any evidence?
No, there's not.
Was he in the
There's
Epstein
no
files?
evidence. There's no evidence for Trump.
Was
being
Lenin
a pedophile.
Lenin in the Epstein files?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, really?
Are the Epstein files the only thing that makes somebody a pedophile?
I mean, if you're in the Epstein files, that is a pretty good reason to fucking
Yeah, but it's not
investigate
the only
somebody.
reason. It's not the only reason.
Why else might someone be in the Epstein files?
What?
Why else might someone be in the
I know somebody in the Epstein files.
How many
You know what it
people
was?
have communists
It was
killed?
an email
How many
that
people?
said, vote
You
Carl
want to go
Miles
down
for
that road?
Congress.
Far
How
less,
many people?
far less than
Oh,
capitalism.
no. In the millions, pal. Millions.
Far less than
Millions.
capitalism.
You want me to pull up statistics? Communist leaders? You want me to pull that shit up?
By all means.
All right, I can tell you it's a lot more than
Careful. Nobody wants you to break your leg.
Yeah, we want to pull you guys to big. We want them to go away.
Yeah.
Hey, they all think you're losers, guys.
Yeah, they're like actually trying to help.
Why do you want to have discourse with that
now?
Huh? Why do you want to?
You're the communist, dude!
You're the communist!
What are you doing? That is exactly what you do.
You're the he's a he says he's a communist! He's a self-proclaimed communist!
You're assuming they're communists.
He says he's a communist! He says it! He's a communist! Go tell him you're communist! Got a bona fide communist right here!
It's also
right there!
Cameras, we can't even have an open discussion here. They're blocking our
My favorite owner of comedy club ever.
basically like
Look at you, blocking free speech. That's a true fascist. Fascist
Is
number
this
one.
camera free? Is this free speech?
Number two, right here.
right there.
Is camera free speech? I don't know. Is the camera free speech?
All right.
That's interesting. How so?
So I wanted to go back. So you mentioned a violation of human rights, right?
Is that free speech?
And so
Is
that,
blocking
I must
free
admit, that is kind of circular,
speech?
right?
I don't
So,
know.
like,
Maybe you
why
could take
is
it to the
wrong
Supreme Court. It might take a couple of
away
years.
the right
That's
of
right.
life?
I think we agree that it's wrong to kill a human person.
Okay, yeah, why?
And the question is just what a human
Tell that to the communists!
Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong to kill an adult?
So I think one of the reasons is that it detracts from their future welfare. One of the reasons I think
So they lose the rest of their life. Let's make it simplistic here. They lose the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Is there any other reasons?
Well, yeah. So I think. So
is that the main reason though?
What's your Instagram?
I think that's yeah.
Why it's bad for someone's life to be taken?
They're like more in the weeds things to say, but I think.
I think that's what a lot of people.
Okay, let's say it's that it takes away their life. So I deny that the early stage fetus is the same person as the later stage organism.
Okay, but I want to clarify. So the main reason why you're trying to kill somebody is because you're taking away their future. Does that not also apply to a fetus at any stage of development?
It does not.
Why?
Because the fetus at early stage of development is not yet a person, and so it's not the same person for whom life.
Like it's not intelligent enough.
Can't survive without its mother.
That is, I mean, that is.
Cannot survive outside of
so the reason why a human adult is valuable. The reason why the human adult is valuable is because they can survive on their own. Is that kind of it?
Without the nutrients of its mother, yes.
Okay, a wild pig in the jungle can survive on its own. That pig does not have value, so that is obviously not the reason why we value a human's life.
For the record, I think
human's life
pigs do
solely
have
for
moral
the
value.
reason
I think it would be
of their
wrong,
future
say, to
existence.
torture pigs.
What?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't want to. He's not leaning against the table. He's
leaning against the table.
Not anymore, yeah.
Hey, Strider, check that though. Is that fine?
You guys have Hawkeyes. It's amazing.
It's like
why is
cybersecurity? You gotta be observant.
Somebody needs to be here.
So can you cover the sun with your thumb? No.
I don't.
Excuse me. Do you mind just getting on the other side of the table? You're like invading our space. You're
invading our space. Am I not allowed to?
No, you're not. Not on this side of the table because we have all of our equipment here.
Well, I mean, like according to what, like
just
public
please.
Campus, no?
Hey,
no, this area is actually our area.
Just slightly get closer until
if you can back and forth. Oh, she's an alcoholic. I don't think she's really here. Her whole screen is just alcohol. Just like how much she loves alcohol. No, there's a treatment
it's
for
my
that.
secret. That's why it's on my lawn.
What drink you have there? I didn't say it was a secret.
Let's debate abortion.
What?
What is that? I believe that we should ban abortion in the United States.
I've never seen the logo.
Any thoughts? Disagreement. Awesome. Great.
Yeah, I
Let's continue where we left off then.
Yeah.
So the main reason why it's wrong to kill an adult human is because they lose their entire life.
What about the?
Yeah, and then I deny that the early stage fetus is a person for who has a life later. So I think it only
But
starts.
do they not have a future ahead of them?
No.
Really, a fetus does not have a future ahead of them.
That's right.
Is a fetus not the earliest stage of life in a human's development? You were a fetus. That once grown up, it
No,
will
I
then.
deny that I was a fetus. What I claim happened is that.
What in the fuck is wrong with your head?
Well, sorry,
Holy shit.
Are you debating him? Is he debating who is debating who? I don't understand anymore. The operation is falling apart.
That is crazy. You deny that you were a fetus.
So what I claim is the following.
As other woman. Myself again, just be my own best friend. I fuck myself in the head with
Hey, don't touch our cable, sir. Don't touch our cable.
The sun goes down, he takes the day, but I'm going. You're right. My tears dry on their own.
It's a D-Gen, we call them. We call them D-Gen.
The sun goes down, he takes the day.
This person has repeatedly touched our property without our permission.
Come rescue them, quick! They need help! Come get them!
In the moving mode, it seems
I
like.
don't think they want to help you. I don't know.
No, he's usually writing down.
They're like, I don't know. Should we do it? Should we help them?
Am I blocking that or no?
The sun goes down, he takes the day, but I'm going. Shame my tears down there.
But I was the conceived egg.
But I would say similarly the case that though there was a fetus that later gave rise to you, that you are not a fetus, at least during the early stages of your consciousness. But I think the person is, what determines when you began to exist is your personal consciousness. And there are a number of reasons to think that what determines, so there are a number of reasons to think that what determines when a person begins is...
Yeah, hey, 1 second. Are you guys officers or campus security? Somebody repeatedly is touching our property and we tell them not to.
Property? Oh no.
Call you?
My poor property. My poor table.
I can't not touch it.
Oh, I know.
Responsibility. You don't own nothing to me.
Alright, so where were we?
Sorry, so...
He doesn't even remember.
Yeah, so you were a fetus. Sorry, just as you think that, well, there was a sperm and egg that later gave rise to you. You were never a sperm or an egg. I think it was wrong. I think similarly... But I wasn't. No, but I think that's what I was.
Why are you touching him?
You just screamed that I was in TJ. When was I?
You like to touch...
So I think you began...
Your breast stinks. Your breast stinks, all bro.
You in your first moment of consciousness. In the first moment, you had a mind. In the first moment,
so this is inevitable withdrawal.
I can't understand.
Yeah, no.
Bring your mic closer, probably. Yeah, bring it closer.
Yeah, no, I mean, so just as, so, and there are a number of reasons to think this. So,
Wouldn't you like to know?
Neither. That you have an early stage fetus.
He actually referred to me with their them pronouns though, so I guess you guys are.
How many?
Are you kidding?
Hey, girl.
If you don't mind just getting on the other side of the table. Come on, please. Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here, just pass that to me. Pass it to me. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, here. Hold up. I got it.
Oh! Oh my God.
Well, she's really close to her.
He's getting a little upset. I can see. It seems he's touched me. That's a little strange.
I mean, you're a MAGA now.
Right?
There's video of her wearing a MAGA hat.
So it's okay for you guys to touch me, but I can't touch you? That's kind of strange.
You're a Trump supporter.
How's that gonna look on
He takes the day. My tears dry on their own.
Oh, you're bumping into me. Look at that. You're bumping into me.
When your mind begins to adjust to biological organism that later gave rise to
You're like so close to my camera. If you don't mind just like taking a step back.
Maybe if you hadn't touched me earlier, I might consider actually moving by.
Well, you weren't. You clearly weren't. But just stay away from my camera.
Well, stay away from me. Don't touch me.
Well, you walked into the camera.
On this side, on our side of the
to the
table.
camera first.
Oh my God.
Yes, you did. So you need to back away from it. You started that act. You need to back away from it.
It's public property. Why?
Not the camera.
No, I'm not touching the camera. I'm standing on public property.
He said he's gonna take a look at it. I said they're touching the table. He said, I'll keep an eye out.
As long as you have the footage of Dennis putting the hat on me, maybe we're even.
Oh, he's got it.
I don't know why
How are your leftist supporters gonna feel about you when they see you? How are they gonna feel about you?
What does it mean? What is?
Are you gonna lose support? Are you gonna lose support? Are you gonna be evicted from your leftist communist home?
Unlike you guys, I don't get rage baited as easy.
Oh, clearly you don't. Everybody sees what you're doing right now. This isn't normal.
It's just not natural.
Go ahead. I'll debate you.
I mean, my sense is we have a number of different
About what?
about abortion, Christianity, immigration.
What do you disagree on Christianity?
I don't think it's true.
Okay, that's your choice.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but you get to choose.
I think you're wrong.
No, I'm objectively correct.
Fine, we both think that we're objectively correct.
What do you believe in?
I'm a generic.
You're generic theist? You had to literally create a whole other form of atheism for yourself? Oh, you believe there's an of agnosticism. There's a lot going on.
It's a concentration camp. I have no.
Sorry, posing for the picture.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be illegal.
So you're agnostic?
No, I think God exists.
No.
Exactly. They're levels of agnosticism. They recognize that God exists. It's just they don't recognize it.
Agnosticism is
Thank you for coming back.
So who is God?
Make sure you focus on me.
In the masters of Christianity. What were you before that?
I'm succeeding in my mission to make you listen to Amy Winehouse, so that's all I care about.
You were always an atheist?
From early in life, I was an atheist, and then a few years ago, I started
A few years ago, what made you change?
I was convinced by the philosophical arguments.
Which ones?
I thought the fine-tuning argument was pretty good. I mean, this is something we agree on, so I don't know. If you believe in God as well, presumably.
Of course, Jesus Christ.
So
I feel like the people in the fucking concentration camps are probably cool with this.
And what do communists have done? They haven't thrown people in concentration. What about gulags, huh?
Gulag isn't a concentration camp.
What about gulag?
Gulag, not a concentration camp.
That is a concentration camp. What
No,
the
it's
fuck?
not.
You're saying that a gulag is not a concentration camp?
No, it isn't.
As a fucking communist.
As a historian,
As a
yes.
bona fide communist, you say that a
studying
gulag
history,
is
yeah.
not a concentration camp. What the fuck are you on, dude? Come on. Come on. Come on. Make some fucking sense.
I mean, so other things we disagree about. I mean, I'm not in favor of.
You're just giving more content.
My sense is,
You are giving them
are you a
content.
fan of the
I'm actually.
You're trying
in
to
general?
listen.
I've been trying to tell you.
gotten more content today than all of
Get
our
up there and
last
speak. What do you
If that were true, then you wouldn't be trying to stop me so much, brother.
He's afraid.
We're not. You wouldn't be threatening to call the cops. You wouldn't be threatening to call security, okay?
Dude, you're not
I think we've almost.
You are the lamest communist I've ever seen. You are the lamest You know what a real communist does? He gets up there and he makes speeches. That's what a real communist does. You're not even being a real communist, dude. You're a fake. Look at what you're doing. You're not doing anything effective, man.
Donald Trump
That's not
rapes
anything
kids.
effective. They're gonna
rapes
cut it
kids.
out, dude. It's nothing,
And
dude.
you support a fucking pedophile.
There's no
So I don't really
evidence
care
of
about your
it.
opinion, brother.
There's no evidence that he did anything to children. If they did, they would have done something already, dude. Come on. You want to be an effective communist? Go up there and make a fucking speech. Go on, go up there.
Or go there and speak.
Yeah, be an effective communist. That's what they do, right? They make speeches, right?
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank you. Please, thank you. We're just
Use your brain, buddy. Use your brain. Come on, go over there. Go over there. Come on, you were so
You can listen.
close.
I'm standing here. How am I standing here preventing you from listening? Tell me.
Yeah.
How is that?
Hey, prove your point as a communist. Go up there and make a speech. Right? Come on. Put up your point of view, dude.
With this one, Dennis, I'm so excited.
If you want to be an effective communist, you need to go up there and make speeches, pal. You gotta go up there, and if you want to be an effective communist, you gotta make speeches, dude.
No,
you gotta make speeches. Go up there and make your speech.
Why'd you do it? Why am I doing what?
You went and you.
Yeah, because you were fucking lying. Your guy was lying. That's why I went up there.
Are we not lying anymore, I guess?
I mean, you always are fucking lying.
I mean, you're the one lying about gulags not being concentration camps.
They're not. They're,
Oh, really?
a concentration camp is where people are sent to die.
Yeah, and what do you think a fucking gulag is? What do you think a fucking gulag is?
People were not being
People go
mass
to
murdering.
gulags to die, to work to death, man.
No, they
Come
weren't.
on.
Don't get your
Come on.
You've been in their face this entire time.
Yeah.
I don't understand. We just want to
Go up there and be an effective communist. Make your speech.
Poor guy is still standing behind you.
Nice dude, look at his face.
He just wants to talk.
Look at his smile.
Look at him. I just want to hear
People
from
agree
you.
more with you than we do. So like you're only hurting other people's
Yeah, I mean,
voices.
you're only.
That would help you.
Yeah. Everyone comes.
Oh, awesome.
Trying to
These voices aren't gonna happen.
And you are. And you are. How does this help anything?
And you were just thinking about doing it, weren't you? Why don't you go do it?
You're standing there. This is not recording anything. It's recording
Dude,
the
you're
sky.
not being, hey, why don't you go up there and make a, hey, you believe that, right? You believe Donald Trump's a pedophile? Go up there and make your speech. Go up there, present your evidence. Present your evidence. Present your evidence.
I have no respect.
Go up there and make a
I
point.
don't care about anybody's respect for me. Okay?
You're just rage baiting because you don't
I
actually
have no
believe
pride.
Trump's a pedophile.
What? Because it's not worth it.
One claim that sounds.
Your own pride?
Pride is not worth anything. Okay?
Because we all own his pride because he's.
Yeah, go there and debate us.
Yeah, we all get a share of his pride.
Yeah, I want some of your pride.
Show us part of your pride.
Okay, I have.
But what is, why are you doing this?
People are being kidnapped off of the
They
street.
go up there and make a speech.
Did someone
Go
hurt
up
you,
there and
young
prove
man?
your point.
The respect I have for myself doesn't matter, okay? People are being put in concentration camps.
Then go up there and make a speech.
People are being bombed in Iran.
Then go up there and make a speech.
No one's for the bombings in Iran.
You're for Trump. You're for Trump.
If you want to debate this, debate it like everyone else you want to hear about.
Because debating these ghouls gives them a platform. That's what it does.
Platform right now. Something recreational. You're giving them the platform. We don't want to debate you. We want to hear the debate. We're
Yeah,
gonna
let's talk
listen.
about Iran. That's a nice topic.
Yeah, let's get on. Let's get on.
We can talk about Iran, sure. I'm not leaving this.
What's the red, orange, white, purple?
Yeah, you can say your
I'm
point.
actually curious.
He's not being
Flag.
effective. He's a terrible communist. He's not making speeches. He doesn't even want to make a speech of what he believes.
Hey, you look up to Lenin. Give a speech like Lenin did. Come on, dude. He's
a great
Be charismatic. Be charismatic, man. Come on.
Primary contradiction in Iran is U.S. and Zionist imperialism.
Go ahead. No.
Wow.
The fall of the monarch will not help Iranian people in Iran.
Right now it's not a monarch. The monarch is one of
the theocratic state. The fall of that state will not help the people of Iran.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll lead to their mass murder, their mass slaughter, their mass torture by the U.S. and by the Zionists.
So the tens of thousands of people who've been murdered by their own government for trying to just voice their opinion,
Do you
that
believe
wasn't
in freedom
murder?
of, like freedom of speech? Do you believe in that?
No, but that wasn't
In the what?
murder?
Constitutional sense?
Yes.
In the constitutional sense of it. Yes.
Okay, so can we exercise that now by going up there? And
I am exercising my freedom of speech as we speak.
Doing what? Okay, but you're harassing them. You can actually be charged.
Dude, that footage isn't gonna be used.
Hey, this is pointing at the sky, bro.
That footage is not gonna be used. It's gonna be cut out. You won't make your point heard.
Yeah,
It'd be better off if you could let people.
Exactly. If
you truly believe in these things that you believe in, then why don't you let your colleagues and your peers actually talk about them and get the point across?
You're turning off the chance for discourse for them to talk. If you want people to just words out there.
Dude, you don't understand. You're giving them more content.
I think if you're just looking, even if you like don't care.
This is what communists do. Look at this.
Like, you know, even if you don't care about the broader liberal edifice, if you don't care about free
So I want to talk about
just like it's counterproductive, you know.
your belief in God. Exactly.
Everything.
Let's make it somewhat productive. Let's go back to the Iran thing. Would you? So you still say that? So you're saying that if Israel?
Oh, what's up? Let's go. And we're back.
What about like
that the God of the Bible is the one?
So like, what about like
Wait.
tens of thousands? Real quick.
Yeah, I'll check that angle right there. I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
Which I
Do you want to go still?
sorry, I feel like I did.
But when it's coming after the fall of the Ayatollahs, with Zionists, the Americans coming and occupying it all, will be a million times worse. And you know how I know this? How? Because of history. I'm in Egypt. My family was murdered by the U.S. and by support for wanting independence.
From like a behind angle, it looks like she's throwing up a Roman.
Oh, there you go. Right?
Film her from like back here.
Right.
It looks like
Heil
she's throwing up a
Hitler,
Roman
there you go.
salute.
Heil Hitler. Heil Hitler.
It's to this angle now.
Heil
This
Hitler.
angle.
Heil Hitler. Heil Hitler.
You're throwing a Roman. It looks like you're throwing it.
Wait, where?
Heil Hitler.
Before it was.
Heil Hitler.
We got that on camera.
He's saying, I don't know about. You guys live in your own little world of imaginations and machinations. It's beautiful.
Says the woman who's got a picture of a cat or what is that? A cat horse? What the hell is that?
This guy has no idea what.
What is that?
It's pretty obviously a cat.
I mean, I don't. You guys have been disrupting for the past like.
Because you guys are.
Well, I mean, I don't know. My guess is you get more places.
You know we can cut this all out. It's so ineffective. You know that, right? The power of editing. The power of editing is so ineffective.
For your YouTube channel or hit your?
For everything. For all of it. You're so ineffective.
So let me list a number of claims about the Trump administration that are each, I think, individually defensible, and then let's talk about which, if any, you think are incorrect. One of them is the Trump administration, or after 2020, attempted to illegally launch a coup. One of them is the Trump party
Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler! There we go. It's going to Heil Hitler again.
Let's go through the wedges and talk.
Heil Hitler! There you go. Heil Hitler right there.
My strategy was so good you had to employ it yourself. Amazing. Lead by example. I'm glad to see how effective I am.
Yeah, I do know. No, I know. Because I was born in Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler!
6 years ago. You're a little bit older than I thought.
This is what it comes down to.
We're like burgeoning on Gen Z, but not quite.
How old is Diane?
Here we go. Heil Hitler. Here we are. Heil Hitler right here. Heil Hitler.
Here's a number of claims about Trump's administration. I guess it's just a So claim one is that Trump attempted to illegally launch a coup after losing the 2020 election. So the evidence is laid out in the indictments. Assembled suites of big workers. He tried to get them approved by the state legislatures, then by Mike Pence, and then on January 6th,
Has he ever charged and convicted?
No, because the cases were dismissed. Well, no, that a case was dismissed doesn't tell you whether there was malfeasance.
If somebody kills somebody and the case is dismissed, the person's innocent, right?
But I mean, generally, so the Supreme Court ruled that the president has absolute immunity from judicial acts.
But your point is still mute. Go to the next point.
Well, but I don't think this point.
You want to argue something?
Bring in the reinforcements. My God, I've never seen anybody scramble in such a way.
Right?
I just want to read about initiative.
Sure you have.
You are beyond me.
Right. You can't stand yourself, I know.
Let's talk about this one rather than use one.
So, and I think that you should listen to someone who experienced this firsthand.
I mean, just a question. Just for my further understanding. So, in the past, like since Iran's been getting bombed,
why was this? Tell me. You know why it was dismissed?
Yeah, sure.
Did you post anything in the past 2-3 months when the protesters were against it?
I did.
Okay, that's more than most.
Capitalism is a fundamental. You want to do it?
No, but let's go back to the Iran.
Okay, I mean, so here's another claim.
Okay, go ahead.
The first one. So I think Trump's tariff policy has been economically disastrous.
What's your evidence?
All these can be cut and sliced. You know that.
Even the people who are protesting the Iran regime did not want Zionists or Americans in the country.
Oh, do Nyan Cat. Oh, that one's awesome. Yeah.
The evidence is the uniform testimony of the studies that have been done on the topic to the consensus of
Cite one. Cite one study.
I mean, I don't remember the name. I can Google it, like I can look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I had an article about that, so I can try to get back to the name of the study.
We can play this.
Don't you bug your communism.
Try and move me away, I dare you. If this is your space, why don't you defend it? Come carry me away.
You see, we can play that, but with louder speakers. Like, do you really want to do that?
I like Nyan Cat. I think you should play it louder.
Thanks, you too. Hey, Strider, you want to take a video? On your phone? Just record.
Which was bad.
This is what happened.
Riley, need me here doing a debate. We have a liberal who's behind our table trying to infiltrate the debate. The liberals do not like open discussion in America. They resort to violence. You've seen that with Charlie Kirk being assassinated. These liberals will do anything that they can in order to shut down free speech in the United States and open debate and discussion.
You have to have that last word. Imagine how desperate
I didn't say He's kind of been the one talking the whole time. It seems he got the last word in. These guys are, I'm just sitting here playing music. I'm relaxing. This is great. Ryan.
So what is this? So using cross-country panel data.
Rebus or Rebus?
Why would 40,000 tariff levels?
No, I already know.
Yeah, so you want the exact like correlation?
Yes, I want the exact.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can find the number.
It was a 2,000 and went down to 19. I want the exact number.
An ideologue doesn't change their mind.
This may be a bit hard to find the exact, but I mean, why? If I said the number,
I thought you said you were going to carry me out.
It's significant if it goes down 60%. If it goes down 0.2%.
There's a remarkably negative correlation between tariffs and economic.
You haven't cited any data to back it up.
No, I cited the study.
You cited the abstract of the study that doesn't present what the percentage was. What's the percentage?
Okay, so why does the number, even five people versus 40,000?
I mean, there's going to be a number of studies.
What if Dennis right now shot you in the fucking face for putting your phone on his camera? Would you be okay with that?
I'd be dead.
No, you'd be dead, right? Bro, obviously you wouldn't. And you know why Dennis wouldn't do that? Because right now in America we have the freedom of fucking speech. The people out there don't have that. They don't. Or even voicing their thing.
And the people how much have tariffs negatively? Let's frame this question. Have tariffs negatively affected?
Again, they don't have freedom of speech. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Iranian people don't. Why don't you debate him?
Our trade.
For them, like the last 20 years.
You might get further if you debate with him.
There's so much.
Remember, you were talking about gulags. Gulags, remember? What about gulags?
Gulags had a lot of freedom of speech, actually.
No freedom of gulags.
There actually was significant. There was significant freedom in the gulags.
No, there's no freedom of gulags.
Have you read a book on it?
Wait, you're saying there's freedom in gulags?
There was significant.
Oh, there was.
Yes.
Wow.
The gulags were organized by the prisoners.
Hard forced labor. You call that freedom?
There was far more than you were giving it credit for. I have studied this extensively.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I did. Do you want some book recommendations? Do you want some Rex?
Oh, Pol Pot. Pol Pot.
We're not talking about Pol Pot.
Stalin. Gulag. Stalin.
Do you want reading Rex?
Gulag. Stalin.
I don't think this guy can read.
Stalin. Gulag. Lack of freedom, my friend. Lack of freedom.
If you want info on gulags, I'd look up Alexandropoulos, Illness and Humanity in Stalin's
Political prisoners under
and
Stalin
also Domenico Lacerdo's History and Critique of a Black Legend.
And they're dead.
Very good books. I'd read them.
No freedom.
Anyway, my stance on Iran is not anti-personal, because I do believe that the regime should fall eventually. What I know from history is that when these kinds of regimes fall, the outcome is worse than it was before. Libya, again, under Gaddafi. Gaddafi did a lot of good things, but he was also a repressive leader. When he died, when Libya fell, open air slave market.
How about Hitler?
What the fuck are you talking about Hitler?
Well, you said repressive leaders can do good things. You're a communist. Was Hitler, did he have those good qualities too?
Hitler was committing genocide. He was a fascist.
At what point is it genocide? Like how many have to die?
What defines a genocide?
That would be the definition of genocide, even in the legal international humanitarian law terminology, is not adequate in actually defining what genocide is.
Oh, I could give you a good definition to read for it.
Go ahead.
Wait, I like to search it up.
Yeah.
Because under the international humanitarian law definition of genocide, the Srebrenica massacre during the Bosnian genocide would not technically be considered an act of
And you
genocide.
don't think gulags don't violate that?
No, they don't.
Gulags don't violate the Geneva Convention?
They don't commit genocide. We're not talking about the Geneva Convention. We're talking about international humanitarian law. Anyway.
Wait, so we accept that law, but we don't accept the definition of what a genocide is? So you pick and choose.
That's not what I said.
Well, there's not a specific number. It's just the target of murder of members of a specific group.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I literally said this is the definition
You
of genocide.
said gulags are not.
We're not talking about gulags.
Yes, well, you brought it up.
We're talking about Iran
brought it
right
up.
now. We're talking about Iran right now.
You said gulags do not violate the Geneva Convention. And there it is right there, my friend.
That's not.
There it is, my friend.
We're not talking about fucking gulags. Anyway, back to it.
I can't lie. Like he's been telling you the same 5 things, and you keep engaging with it. Where are you trying to get with that?
He just got his camera in my face, bro. Anyway.
Do you have ADHD by chance?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, what would you achieve with that?
Bro, why are you so defensive? I was just asking because you keep engaging with this.
Anyway, back to it.
I have it as well.
In my personal definition of genocide, which expands beyond the international humanitarian law, is that it is the mass murder of a specific group of people based upon a specific set of variables that are assigned to that group. The reason I'm not saying that the protests in Iran and the deaths that are associated with it are genocide is because they're not being murdered because of specific variables assigned to their group. Now, we can talk about Kurds in Iran and their experience.
I would say like variables,
genocide.
right? Variable is a part of religion. Like religion is a variable, I should say, right? So, if they were Muslim, and like the protesters were Muslim getting shot down, it'd be a genocide. But because
if they
choose not to be Muslim, so they're shooting them because they don't want to have Islam forced upon them. That's why they're getting shot, because they don't want Islam forced upon them, and they don't want the current government to keep doing what they've been doing, like ruining the lives of the people and the economy of the whole country. So
why is the economy so bad right now?
There's a lot of different
U.S.
factors for
sanctions.
that.
The
U.S.
majority
sanctions.
U.S. sanctions.
And why have most of those sanctions been in place?
Because
to try
the US
to regulate.
wants that oil.
No. Okay. Again, if Iran was willing to make a deal, the U.S. wouldn't need the sanctions. They'd work something out. They'd get the oil. Iran would get the money. Everyone would win. Right?
No. That is not how global trade works. This is a system of domination. The U.S. wants to dominate Iran. It does not want to have a fair trade with them. It wants to overthrow them, steal their oil, just like they were before Mossadegh was overthrown, right? They want to steal their oil. They don't care about the humanitarian side of things. They don't care about Iranian women. They don't care about children.
I don't care about what the U.S. wants. I'm talking about what the Iranian people want.
Okay. Well,
because this is the issue, man. Again, it's your hatred for the U.S. It's your hatred for Israel that is making you deny people's liberty.
You're from the East Coast.
You guys were having such a good time.
But you guys are real Southerners. Like,
wrong. You can believe what you want to believe. That's not my business. I'm not educated on most of the topics that you're talking about to make a stance on them. But what I am educated on is on the lived experience of the Iranian people and the current situation and what they've been begging for to see a change. And again, obviously, this isn't the best circumstance. This isn't the best way that everything could have worked out. But for some people who are so desperate, who've been desperate for 40+ years, like, to those people, like, this is a blessing. They're in the streets, dancing, singing, the happiest they've ever been. So filled with joy. I have, like, right now, I have family in Iran. Most of my family's in Iran. It's just my parents and my brother here, who were lucky enough to be able to give an opportunity to come to the country where I have more opportunities, where I'm able to go to, like, a school like this. In Iran, if I was in Iran, do you know how much I'd have to pay to, like, even get a chance to come to a school half as shitty as this?
Did you know that Iran in
no, because he's gonna take it somewhere else. You know, like, actually, like, because again, like, I don't think you're like a hateful person towards the Iranians. I think you're just misguided, and like, I want to try to, like, help, like, you learn more about, like, again, like, the experiences of the people, because that's what matters. Like, again, all these governments aside, it's the citizens, the average Joe who's suffering, and it's the average Joe again who's, again, even though I was born in Iran, all my family's there. I'm sick, like, the internet's cut out right now. I have no way to contact them to see if they're even alive. I don't know if my uncles, my cousins, my grandparents, I don't know if they're alive right now. But I know that they'd still be happy at the current situation, because they now know that there's a sliver of a chance that they never had before of the people getting free.
Okay, so it says here also, the stains on the Shroud of Turin.
I believe in the freedom of all people, or the autonomy of all people and all nationalities. But again, the history of the region, of the world, shows that if
foreign intervention doesn't ever work.
No, it doesn't.
We get that. That's not what I'm arguing about.
You're arguing for.
That's not what I'm arguing. No. Don't tell me what I'm arguing. I've been articulating the same thing 10 fucking times.
You're saying your family wants to be bombed.
No, I didn't say that.
Exactly
I didn't.
No. They've been praying for decades.
Yeah, I said the average person of Iran has been wanting some sort of intervention to happen. They want a sliver of hope. That's what I've been saying. And you are trying to say that, nope, Iran wants the regime. Iran wants, that's America. But you said they want.
How did the Ayatollah come to power? How did the Ayatollah come to power?
Through the Islamic Revolution.
Okay, there you go. Through force, right? Those people didn't want that. Did you know in the 1970s?
Actually, the majority of them did.
You know in the 1970s? Did you know in the 1970s that Iran had freedom?
Let me guess. You're going to talk about the miniskirts?
Did you know that? Yes, that was freedom. That was freedom.
Oh, we're so free.
That was freedom.
I mean, like, I feel like that's more free than, like, if I was like this, if I was a woman, this much hair was out, I'd get fucking whipped in the street. I would say like being able to wear a miniskirt is a lot more free than me like for having this much fucking hair show. If I was like walking with a girl and just on the street, I'd get stopped. They'd be like, "Are you guys married? You're not fucking married? Here's some whippings. Take some whippings." Right? The girls who got arrested for protesting that were virgins, they got raped before their executions so that they wouldn't be able to go to heaven.
They're never gonna figure it out because they.
All these things, and still like you just want to make everyone else the enemy, and like again because this hate, your hatred has consumed you so much that you're not even able to like see the other like gaps in between like the judgment, you know, like, and that's where the issue is, bro. Like, because if you were truly about human rights and if like you truly cared about people, you wouldn't be a denier of these facts, bro. And like you denied the fact that a majority, like the normal average Joe Iranian is not chanting death to America.
I don't think.
And not only that, but in Iran, and just like in communism, if you speak out against the power, you will be thrown in a gulag or executed.
But you, I don't know about the gulag. I'm not educated on gulag.
You'll be executed for sure.
But you would be executed,
right?
You would be executed. Like again, like
again,
not just recent years, not just right now, not even the past 2 months. Throughout the past years, hundreds of people get executed every year. That's on like a low ball, since like you didn't like my 40,000 number. Hundreds of people a year get executed in Iran for just trying to voice.
All over your channel?
She's MAGA.
Hundreds of people.
MAGA.
Watch behind you.
MAGA supporter.
I feel like sometimes if you're ever on reels, you might see a clip of
So I have it here.
Dennis!
It says
Dennis!
there is no. Are you listening, Dennis?
Dennis!
Are you listening? So it says it here. There is no scientific evidence of a human being living with only one pair of chromosomes. It's always 2. 46.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a human being, he was God.
You want to know why? No, that's not true.
Core contradiction to the region is the US.
He was man and
It is
God.
materially true.
And my question is this.
The fall of the Ayatollah will lead to something infinitely worse. That is my only point. Am I saying that the Ayatollah is perfect and doesn't deserve to fall?
I don't think it'll be.
It is
I don't think it'll be a heaven. I don't think Iran's going to become heaven all of a sudden and fully free. But to say that it's like at this point, there's no way it could be worse.
That's what every other country that's
what
gone
are
through
they?
regime
They're
change
already
has said.
raping, pillaging, and murdering.
Yeah.
What else?
They're gonna do that shit
What else?
on a larger scale. That is what the U.S. did in Iraq, in Afghanistan,
How? When
in
the
Syria.
government themselves is raping, pillaging, and murdering its own people, how can it be worse than that, bro?
Again, history. Just look at the history, please, for the love of God.
So we shouldn't aspire to get better? Like,
We should
okay,
aspire
history,
to overthrow
history
the
said
U.S.,
rape.
overthrow the U.S., overthrow the Zionist empire, and then let the Iranian people overthrow their regime, because that is what they deserve.
How are they gonna? Do they have guns? How are they gonna do it? Like I actually want to what is? I'm not even asking you I'll calm myself down because I'm getting a little worked up. I'll admit it. But the thing is at the end of the day, how do you expect them to without any resources and
the
support?
way that every other country in history has when it came to revolutionary struggles?
I think in the past, all the other countries have had some sort of arms.
Yeah, they seized them from the military, from the police.
How? How do they do that in Iran?
Hey,
how do they do that?
I feel like
there's newer things that
prohibit they've been trying to
access to those resources.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, that's what they've been trying to do that, right? And that's why they've been getting fucking murdered in the streets.
So how do you know
right?
that
If they weren't trying to do that, so many wouldn't have died. And if so many didn't die, then fuck, we might have had some luck, but we've had zero luck.
There's also economic struggles.
Okay, how the fuck are they supposed to overthrow? Give me a fucking example. You said the police and government. They've been attacking the police and the government, and guess they've been getting fucking shot down. They've been getting put in jails and executed. So tell me how the fuck you expect it to change. Tell me a fucking idea. No, don't say some bullshit. History this, history. Use all your knowledge on history and come up with an idea, an actual solution.
A general strike. Shut down the economy.
A general strike? What? They're gonna march out in the middle of the street and the IGC soldiers are gonna cut them down with bullets.
And that's what's been happening. And that's what's been happening.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening. I don't care if you want to deny the numbers. numbers, you can deny the numbers all you want. One is too many. I don't give a fuck if it's 40,000 or not. Even one Iranian shot for talking against the government that's oppressing them, that's more than enough to be able to get upset at this. And I'm gonna stand on that. Yeah,
it is upsetting. Yes,
it is upsetting.
But again, I have to say, historically, when these regimes are overthrown,
I'm talking about right now.
Worse.
Right, but again, like, how can it be worse than? They're getting raped, pillaged, and murdered already.
Will find a way.
They're getting raped, pillaged, and murdered already. How can it be worse than that?
The U.S. will find a way. It always has.
Like I feel like to a certain point, like there's so many rights that have been taken away.
So why'd your family move here?
Like to only make it worse.
Yeah.
Because the U.S. is killing us. We didn't learn about it for a couple 20 years.
So this is even more reason why I completely disagree with the fact that the average Iranian is chanting death penalty. That's not true at all. If there was, so right now, especially in Los Angeles, we have one of the most filled with Iranian communities. And if that many people hated the U.S. so much, why would Iranians come here if we hated the U.S.? Like, you have been, you gotta understand that there's propaganda on both sides.
I understand.
Right? And you've been fed so much propaganda that you're like, again, someone is.
Hey, are you for this?
What do you?
Yo, that's fucked.
Sniper scope overlay on my
That's
neck.
fucked.
Who posted this?
Wait, but it's just getting good. It's just getting good.
Username UCLA or on UCLA.
I don't think I'm allowed to say what.
But okay, the propaganda
Wait, you're not allowed to say
has
what?
poisoned your
Wait,
mind.
you're not allowed to say
wait,
what?
one second. I'm sorry. The propaganda has poisoned your mind and heart so much that you are denying me my lived experiences, my family's lived experiences. You're telling me, nope, you're wrong. I've seen videos. That's how it is. Like, you gotta understand. Like that seems a little crazy to me. Like you can see like why it's making this entire time. I've been sitting here for like 3 hours, bro, just trying to enjoy the show. Like I haven't, and then you start spewing some bullshit, and I had to speak up because it's like fuck. Like,
is your parents paying for your college tuition?
No, I think he said
They're
no.
helping.
Okay. How can you support communism?
What do you mean?
How can you believe communism?
Because then
How can you believe
my
in
parents are
communism?
poor, brother. I've got 4 incomes coming into this, plus whatever
They're
I can get.
working though, right?
They are working, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay to be a hypocrite then?
No, what do you mean?
Well, you are. You're an elitist communist.
Yeah, you believe in communism.
I believe.
And your parents
I believe
are working
that
to put you
education.
in a
Yeah, I think education should be socialized because putting me through school is
How are you, bro?
draining their resources. You understand this? Putting me through an education is draining their resources. I don't think that should happen. I don't think that should
I
happen.
keep cornering him. You guys keep coming and shifting it away.
I think education should be socialized.
Let me cook on this.
Everybody
Let me
educated.
finish.
Let him cook.
So, again, like I want you to show me the videos of the people celebrating, the people crying over it, and let's see if they're not part of an extremist group or on the outside of the country.
And let's see if there's a woman in the middle.
No, there's definitely some. I've seen some videos too. Again, that exists, but again, propaganda on both sides.
Like evolution.
I found this from Reuters, but again, I haven't been able to review the footage yet.
Is this the one happening in LA?
No, I don't think so. It says from Reuters it's Tehran.
So you guys can see what I mean.
Plus you can hear. You speak Farsi?
I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you'd be able to translate, because that's one thing I'm always worried about.
Show me what we're talking about.
So what's your YouTube channel?
Okay, like already though, like you gotta see again, the internet's been cut out for weeks now, right? So you see how high quality this is? Mm-hmm. Do you think like how would such a high quality video get shot and distributed to the internet when so what would that kind of entail? That'd be propaganda, right?
I guess. Everything is propaganda.
So you
The
can't
purpose of a
use
march is
propaganda, so you can't use the purpose of a march is propaganda.
it's to affect your political will on other people.
It's to raise awareness.
Yeah, that's propaganda. Raising awareness is propaganda. We've been taught to demonize the word propaganda. Propaganda is just when you inject your personal beliefs or the personal beliefs of a group into discourse.
Yeah.
A march is the ultimate form of propaganda. If you can get a bunch of people in a march, marching together for a common cause, then you're propagandizing. You're politically educating people.
Okay, I can see that definition. Again, like you're definitely more educated on a lot of topics than I am.
Right. I'm not denying.
That's really awesome, bro. Like you're a smart guy.
I'm not denying that the Islamic Republic is repressive, right? And that it has killed people and protesters, and that is terrible. But again, this is just history. What history has showed us is when these regimes are overthrown, regardless of how bad they were before, whatever comes next from the US and the Zionists, it's worse, right? And I'm not saying that to say like, oh yeah, that means we have to keep it, we have to calcify it. No, I do want the regime to change, and I wish there were more avenues from within the country to change that regime. However, again, when you are surrounded, when you're in a situation of imperial encirclement, surrounded on all sides by hostile agents, change, instability creates the impetus for invasion, right? And that is
it creates the
impetus. It creates the cause, right? Okay. If the U.S. and Israel see mass protests in Iran, they're going to say, "This is our time to move in," because they're so.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because they're unstable.
No,
right?
You are right about that. But that's actually one of the reasons why so many protests have been going on. There's been protests going on all over in Iran too. People saying, "Please, President Trump, bomb us. Please kill this rat like supreme leader. Please, I'm
sure
begging
you've seen
you."
the video.
Yeah, he has.
You can look it up. You think I'm lying?
I saw one video.
Like again, like
in Farsi, no translation.
My parents.
A group of people.
Without translation, you can't tell what they're saying. At least I can't tell what they're saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Shit, I lost my track of thought.
He can tell what they're saying, and he's telling you.
You were saying that still doesn't change what's happening inside the country.
Yeah,
just because there's instability.
Don't you think like, let's go, bomb Iran, overthrow the regime, and then after we talk about what you're saying, like, okay, every time it went bad afterwards. So, okay, let's try to figure that out afterwards. First, overthrow that shit.
On purpose. Libya was overthrown, and they deliberately turned it into a slave state so they can exploit their oil. Because before Gaddafi was overthrown, the oil exports in Libya were nationalized. The wealth was given to the people of Libya, and it was used to fund education, healthcare, housing. America didn't like that because they weren't getting their cut of the oil. So they murder Gaddafi, bomb the country, and then turn it into a slave state so that they can steal the oil.
So do you think this is the same situation?
Yes, because this happened so many times. It happened in Indonesia, in my country. It happened in Syria. It's happened throughout Africa, in Nkrumah, in Egypt, in all over, okay? This isn't like we accidentally ruined your country. No, they did it on purpose. They want to steal the sovereignty of the nation. And
I feel like we keep going back to too many exterior stuff. Like, bro, like my main point I want to get across to you is that the average Iranian, majority average Iranian, is against the regime. That's what I want to get. Like the point of I want to, because again, like this isn't like at this point it's not even a political thing, bro. It's human rights. It's human rights. Like to a certain point, we should have some natural rights given to us, right?
Yes.
And those people had none of those, man. Like, and it's like, again, like that shows you the amount of how terrible the circumstances have to be for people to be so desperate to ask to be bombed, to want. And again, like even though this is such a bad solution, this isn't the best solution. Again, I don't want my grandparents and my uncles and my cousins to get bombed and blown to pieces over a war they didn't start or have a part in, right? But I like at the end of the day, like this is more of a chance than they've ever had to make some sort of change. I didn't get to go to my grandma's funeral because of the fact that if I went to Iran, even though I'm a U.S. citizen, they would keep me either as a negotiating tool or to force me to be enlist in their military and fight for a side that I don't want to fight on, right? And even so, let's just say some people, you know, like they've been lucky enough to be able to go back, and the way that they go back is they bribe the government, saying, "Hey, we'll give you this amount of bands, so you can like let me go back and like let me just stay here for a couple weeks," right? I feel like that's a corrupt government.
It is.
If they're taking bribes, and still there's no checks and balances. So even if even if I pay that bribe, I could still get held there. They could be like, "What bribe? You didn't give a shit."
Including communist ones.
Yeah.
In communism, the corruption was like everything else, socialized.
So I appreciate you like taking the time to really hear me out and like, you know, like you didn't shut down on me, you didn't get emotional on me, and I appreciate that. But all I ask you is you try to like moving forward, like so nice to meet you guys. Have a good one, boys. But all I can ask you, man, is like moving forward in the next upcoming weeks while the situation like keeps escalating, try when you're looking at and observing what's happening, try to look at it from a point of view that's not biased by your other beliefs. That's all I want to ask you, bro.
Yeah.